Welcome back, everyone, to Misty Mountain Mondays, Misty Mountain Streaming.
Yay!
Dungeons and Dragons. The Rimehold Ritual is back, baby! Thank you. First of all, let's address a little bit of what is on the screen, because you guys met our follower goal last time we played. We do have new titles on the Twitch screen for everyone. I am the D&D wannabe. I am your Duncan Mister. And if everyone would go around and introduce themselves, remind everyone who you are before we get into the rest of the announcements and thank yous. Let's start with Cranberry Express, KJ.
That's so cute!
Thank you so much. I dyed my hair to look like a cranberry. Hello.
It looks so cute.
I'm KJ. I am a cosplayer. Pretty much all I do right now. And I am a beginner at D&D, so I might ask some questions here and there. Just bear with me. I'm still trying to learn.
You are
You're amazing, sweetie.
You have done more with your short Dungeons and Dragons career than many have, I think. You at the point that you start playing it on Twitch, I don't think you can play the noob card too much. So no, I do this so well that I want other people to watch when I do it.
I'm just really into druids.
Let's move to Mommy. Sorry. Mommy? Steven.
I remember that bit.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Steven. I am the other half of the Bardic Twinspiration podcast, and I was lucky enough to be invited to play D&D with all of these lovely girls, and also Rob. I am playing Dame Carlotta Voltaren, which is one in a long line of paladins for me, because I really enjoy playing that class. I am theoretically not new to this, but still somehow possibly the worst one here. So look forward to seeing how that goes this evening.
The
Such a cohesive pitch. It felt like a commercial, but cool.
Thanks. Hi, my name is Steven. Watch me fail on live TV.
Filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Speaking of things that sound professional and whatnot, Steven, you recently put up your Fiverr page to do some voice acting work. If someone wants Steve's dulcet tones or voice acting talents to cover anything, that is now a thing that you can purchase.
It is. You can find me at the name Steve, the word envy, the letter O on Fiverr. Please understand that I have gotten much better since I posted that already. I am constantly improving, and I now realize how bad some of those audition takes were, and I will be correcting them. But in the meantime, I am more than happy to take care of any of those little projects that anyone out there might have.
It is... It's amazing how quickly you start progressing at stuff like this. I only started doing the YouTube game 4 months ago, and I'm already mortified by my first 5 videos. If you would, hunt down that link, and we'll just get in the habit of putting that in the Twitch chat when you're on screen, Steve. I will make, in the future, a chat command to make that available to people.
Okay, good.
Let's move on to the D&D marathoner in our midst, who has quite the challenge ahead of her this week. Disaster Child, what's going on?
Disaster Child!
Listen, we haven't even gotten to Wednesday's game. That name is coming back.
The fact that we did not have to differentiate between those two is telling. There were 2 people left. Either one of them could have been Disaster Child, but somehow we knew.
Oh, you mean it? Well, shucks.
Well, to start this as the Disaster Child, I have a tiny bell. So anyway. Yeah, look at how tiny and shiny it is.
Tiny and... the rhyming. You are ready for Wednesday.
I just have pie.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm Cheesecake Panda. You're gonna see me for another 2 days following this because I got 3 sessions at D&D on this channel, literally one after the other this week, and then I have an interview with Wasteland Girl on Friday. So,
oh, you too! Great!
Woo! Yeah.
4 out of 5 nights. Move over, Rob.
Hey, I'm on night 4 of 8 right now, so I.
Hey, 4 nights with cheesecakes.
That sounds like a
New
good-
hit
better,
indie
I
game.
promise it's better than 5 Nights at Freddy. 4 nights of cheesecakes. Promise
It is
better.
still vaguely a psychological thriller.
And it is
Just ask
somehow.
her.
categorically healthier than 4 Nights at Cheesecake Factory.
I'd say
Yeah.
survival
Oh my
horror.
god, I would love 5 Nights at
Yeah.
Cheesecake Factory.
And for everybody who always asks when I don't have the rats out, maybe I'll get one later. But I'm actually in a different room now, and they're right
Mhm.
there, which means they may come and
There
just
you go.
stare blank-eyed into the
Wow.
camera. So
With your
Um,
red headdress shelf.
That
So sick.
interview with Wasteland Girl is going to be fun. I did it Friday with her, and that was just a general good time. I will probably be streaming roundabouts the same time as you guys, but if I can pop in at all, I will, because I want to support y'all as well. Excuse me. If nothing else, you can steal our viewership, because I will still just be playing Elden Ring on Friday. Gonna
Nice,
be
like most of the
more
world.
the same.
will the bug that's eating your head still be there?
Possibly. I'm very
What?
attached to that thing. It is very attached to
You
me
just
as
made
well.
a tauntaun out of that thing for your head. Like, I don't like it.
I did change up the costume by the end of the stream today, and I might have to continue that. Let's move on, however, and then we'll start saying hi to these people in the chat who are becoming active. Love to see that. Let's move right along to Whiteout Ringdo. Whiteout Ringdo.
Don't worry about it. It's not even a problem. But, hi, I'm White-Eye Ringdo. You'll never find out. And I'm Crash Candy Cosplay. I do makeup, D&D stuff. I've been playing D&D for almost 3 years now. Yeah. So, going on a decent amount, and played through one campaign through all of that. But now I get to play in this one again, finally, and I am Dr. Iris, the grumpy French drow man who is a Twilight cleric, much to Rob's chagrin.
Hey, yeah. Just at every opportunity that you have taken to potentially piss me off, except for your race, I think you have consciously chosen it, and that's great. I'm so glad
See,
you
I
did.
just love, because I didn't at first. I just chose all those things because I thought they were cool, and then it
Now she just
slowly came
realized-
to light through Steven that you hate all of it, and I was like,
Now she just realized
Oh,
how easy it is,
poggies.
and so why not?
Let's see. I will get into me and my exciting news in a moment. Let's go ahead and address the fact that I just rolled the D4. Tyler, if you don't have inspiration already, Banjo Bravo has purchased it for you.
Banjo.
If not, I will roll again.
I don't think I do. Okay, I just messed up my sheet and then it went back normal.
okay.
But I don't. I
All right.
don't have it.
Roll the
Inspiration.
D4, and you are the third in my little list here. So you get to be the one.
Daniel's here,
Go,
Daniel's ready.
little wizard boy.
Let's head to the chat before I head to me and my news. Rifle Stud is here. Hello, friends. Looking very much forward to your face, being in the Duncan Mister slot up here. I'm wondering what the bottom. Yes, I'm the Duncan Mister.
Duncan?
Yes, Duncan.
You're
Oh,
the
you
Duncan
started
Mister?
something.
That pun is very intentional. Yes. Ah. See, I didn't
I'm
even have to
very
bother
loyal
with
to
vowels.
brand.
I just could have got Duncan. My name
You
is
could have been Dinkin.
My name is Duncan. I'm the
Dinkin?
Duncan Master.
You be
Um,
Dinkin.
That dude Daniel, what up? Sprinkle the Lich King. Delighted that you have deigned us with your presence. Professor Grimforge is back. Hey, I don't know if you were there for it. I eventually did get Renala. Everything is right in the world. I was very distracted. If you were there for it, I apologize for bringing it up again. I'm still just excited about it. Does anybody have inspiration or guidance? Apparently Tyler has inspiration. Why don't we sound off real quick so the chat can know who's got it, who don't, who need it.
I have it.
I do not.
Okay, Jane is the only one who is cracker-lacking right now.
Nice.
Banjo Bravo, welcome to the stream, my man. Are you on the road? Are you home? Are you playing Elden Ring? Why haven't we played together yet? I'm starting to take it personally.
Because you're over leveled because you're the only person who gets to play it for their day job.
It's fun.
Damn.
Let's see. Duncan Mr. AKA the CEO of Duncan. I am shaped like it. That is all I will say on that matter. Grimforge.
Yeah, king.
Whiteout Ringdo. Whiteout Ringdo, you get inspiration.
Yay! Thank you very much.
I will say, if for anyone who is behind on this
Cheers.
joke, it is a little bit of a meme in our Discord server that Doc just casually started fiddling with a ring on his finger in a previous session and just dropped that with no explanation. I don't know this element of the backstory. I've got no idea what's going on. So Whiteout Ringdo.
Apparently, it's just a very inflammatory thing to do with your character, and how utterly dare she?
Grimforge, love you. Inspiration for the Duncan Mister. Considering me and my feelings. Thank you so very much. All right. Misheard that as Whiteout Ringdo. Also good. Daniel has their finger over the clip button as per usual. We are back to that. We will continue our tradition of clip winners, so if you want to take a clip of a moment from this session, we will select our favorite clip of the week, and it will go on social media, and we will tag you if you are easily tagged, or otherwise we will just mention your Twitch chat username and credit you for catching a cool moment. Alright, see. Sprinkle the Lich King, they're going to stack some inspiration next time Cranberry or Mommy wants to spend that inspiration. We have one on deck for you guys. Really quick, other than just saying my name, things that I have been up to this week. I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. If you are following this channel, if you're not, I would appreciate it if you would be. But if you are following this channel, you probably know that I've been doing a lot of it, and it's been a lot of fun, and I'm going to be doing it for 8 straight days, and we are still going strong. I will be going until Friday. At some point each day, I will be online sharing the experience with you guys, and I'm learning a lot, and if you're not ahead of me already, I think there is stuff to be learned from watching me play, and it is just a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed having people around for it. If you go to Misty Mountain Gaming's Twitter page, or their Instagram, or their Facebook, there will be my schedule of when I'm playing, and you can kind of plan around if you want to participate, and I do welcome you to participate. If you want to play with me, at the beginning of every stream, I tell you how we can play together. So, there was that. Second thing. I, as Misty Mountain Gaming's lore bard, that is my official title, and it still sounds weird to say, I do more than just do Twitch streams. I write articles, I make YouTube posts, I work with Steven on doing some podcasting, and I also write adventures. And guess what? As of about 30 minutes ago, the adventure that we played for the last 4 sessions is for sale on MistyMountainGaming.com.
Oh, yay! That's so cool!
It carries us from entering Shallowford to defeating Ulmaria, the Horned Dryad. It features 4 custom monsters. It features lots of original artwork, 3 new magic items, and it is only $10 on the site. I get almost half of that when you buy it, if you want to support me, but also get something for yourself. And you can make that $10 $9 by using code TWINS10 at checkout. And the money that you save still goes to me, which is great.
Don't you want to support 2 lovely little e-boys over here? Wouldn't you love that?
I'm going to... You can use !dust in the chat to bring up the link directly to the adventure. And as we continue, as we go on with this adventure, maybe not by the time we finish this adventure, but after this adventure is done, the remainder that we are about to play will also be made available on the website. So you can play this entire adventure with your friends at some point down the road, but you can get started quite soon. Okay, that was all of my stuff. Let's see what happened in the chat here. That's cool. Oh, Daniel's drinking scotch. I'm drinking wild turkey. It's not scotch, but it gets the job done. Sexton. See, like the
I have my
math tool.
bottle of spice water.
The math tool is
down
a
there.
sextant. Not a sexton, but very close. Oh, look what time it is. It's DM Accomplice O'Clock! Ha-ha! Mythical Mania, I'm glad you were here. Thank you for joining. Okay, does anybody have anything else that bears mentioning? What else has happened cool this week? Anything?
No, but like I said, there's 2 more sessions of D&D starting at the same time tomorrow night and Wednesday night, and I'm in both of them, and there may be some cosplay involved for tomorrow night. So,
Ooh, I do love those moments.
I forgot. Coming up on Bardic Twinspirations podcast, I do a voiceover thing in there at one point. So if you want to hear me try to voice act, you can listen to that.
That's true. Thank you for the reminder.
But it was
I had
very
forgotten about
fun.
that. I will touch on both those things real quick. Tomorrow night at 7 Central, the same time that we started today, will be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles inspired D&D one-shot run by Nailed It. It will feature some more of our adventurers, LED&D, Tyler, of course, April Gloria, and who am I leaving out? Sukina. Sukina AI will be here. Thank you for the accomplice, Mythical Mania. Thank you. I already know what it's going to do.
Trying to kill us?
I'm probably saving this one up. It may not happen this session, but it is noted. It is noted.
That's just him trying to get you to come back next week to see what you bought.
so you can watch me electrocute it, yeah.
Wednesday will be the beginning of the Witchlight Carnival, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight D&D adventure, run by first-time Dungeon Master Rifle Stud, who is in the chat, as well as myself and Tyler being players, along with Mademoiselle, who you may remember being in our Wedding Crashers adventure and our Monster Mash adventure. It will be her return to our Twitch screen that we are all quite excited about. I love her as a player. And I'm very excited to be a player with Tyler and Maddie, and it's going to be fun.
Listen, my nickname tonight is Disaster Child, but that's going to carry over even harder come Wednesday.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not going to be the DM in charge.
In an even smaller package, a 2-foot-tall package, if you will, because that's how tall my character is.
Like, I'm not in that. Somebody else can handle it now.
Yeah, somebody else, the other Rob, can handle it now.
There's always a Rob. There's always a Rob responsible for somebody else's BS. Let's see, and as far as Jane's intro for the Bardic Inspiration podcast, we have that episode coming up Saturday, and she will be doing the intro alone. We always have something of a comedic sketch, or a period piece, or some kind of an in-joke leading into the episode of the podcast that is somewhat topical, and she does it all by herself, and she does a good job.
By myself.
It was, I'm excited for you guys to hear that. I think you did great. I'm excited to hear it. That episode will be on playing Dungeons & Dragons online versus playing it in person around a table, and the advantages and disadvantages of both. I'm already slurring my words. This is going great.
I can't wait to listen to that episode.
It's
very topical.
It's only different.
You listen to our episodes?
Yeah.
Or just the one?
Just the ones I'm in.
But yeah, I do.
All right, guys, we are about to get into it. Does everybody have dice?
Yes, 18 people have sat around listening to us talk about not D&D for 20 minutes.
Some of it's been D&D.
I got my Xanax dice this time.
Let's see. There we go. That's what I'm rocking.
Am I allowed to show something that's not Misty Mountain Gaming?
You're allowed to show it, just don't act like you like it.
Oh, well.
Did you get your absinthe dice?
Xanax and lean dice that I have that are like okay.
I see Steve and KJ have more than enough hanging out tonight.
Yeah.
Very nice. Branded. Portion. Oh, and you got the hex tray as well.
Yeah. I actually have 2 sitting in front of me because I need to roll in one.
Oh, that looks exactly like mine.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
What if it's the same one?
All right.
Whoa.
If that is all.
Spellcaster.
Oh, of course you do. You got to have your own.
Duh.
When I get my own dice, I'll have them. One day, I'll be that cool.
Yeah.
Have my own dice.
I love them very much.
Okie dokie.
I'll buy a set to eat them.
Let's play some D&D.
Ooh.
So, last we left off, a party of 4 drow, whose names are no longer on the screen because of all of you and your participation in the stream. We have Druna, Luka, Doc, and Dane, all left for the town of Shallowford on the orders of Lord Exton to investigate some strange malady where all of the people of this town were not in their right minds, experiencing some sort of madness. Discovering that the water in the Wanderbrook that pierces through the town and where all of the denizens get their water was to blame, you followed the brook upstream, where you happened upon some pixies who had been mutilated by the forest's guardian spirit, a dryad named Ulmaria. For some reason, unbeknownst to all of you as yet, Ulmaria was under orders by a mysterious, as yet unnamed entity to collect pixie dust, and it occurred to her that the easiest way to do that was simply to take the pixies' dust-producing wings from them. With the help of a single-winged pixie named Breezy, you found your way to Ulmaria's grove, freed an imprisoned druid, a werebear dwarf named Eldith, joined forces against Ulmaria, and destroyed her. When Ulmaria was destroyed, she left behind a red, jagged horn that had been affixed to her head that gave her some extra measure of power. Eldith describes that as she was imprisoned here, a old woman arrived at the grove and had conversations with Ulmaria, and took a large bag filled, well, considering the contents, it was a large bag, of torn-off pixie wings and headed up into the mountains. Eldith is very weary and not well from her imprisonment, her dehydration, and her starvation over the past several days, and asked you in exchange for a magical charm that she has given to Doc, if you would investigate on her behalf, follow the trail up the mountains, discover the source of this problem, and she would join you when and if she could, to which you agreed. For the time being, since it was such a long stream the last time we went, I was not feeling well, I knew we were going to have to take a 2-week break, and we kind of rushed the ending of that session. Before you leave the grove, Breezy is still here, Eldith is still here, you have a few new magic items around, and an opportunity to ask questions and rest, and level up.
Yay!
Is there anything that all of you would like to do, or say, or ask before we move on? To one another
Do we
or the
for
NPCs?
sure get the benefits of a long...
You may.
Yeah!
I would like to see. I'd like to go over and talk to Luka, and wrapped up in a cloth. I want to. Was it me who picked up the horn, or was it Luka? 3 weeks
picked
is
it
a
up.
long time.
Yeah,
I
I
would
picked
like-
it up in my cloak.
There you go. I would like to see if you might be able to identify that and see exactly what its properties are.
Yeah, I most certainly can do that. Although, because we're following directly after, give me 10 minutes. I don't have any first level spell slots
Well,
left.
We got a long rest plus change. I'm sure we can.
Yeah, there you
make
go.
that happen.
Yes, I'm very fine with y'all taking this now very safe grove and getting your elven naps in.
Yeah, I'll ritually do identify on the horn that I have wrapped up.
Okay. Normally speaking, I think I would have time pass and give the opportunity for others to do things, but we have plenty of time right now, so we will go ahead and skip to it. This is an Arrhenius horn. Now, an Arrhenius, if you do not know, is basically Hell's version of a bad Valkyrie. It is an armored-up, flaming-weaponed bat-winged devil lady who ferries souls about, and they are notable because of large red horns coming off of their heads. They are not native to this plane, and Olmaria was not an Arrhenius, but the horn has been removed from one and enchanted in some way. And since you used Identify on it, you know that if you were to place this on your head, it would fuse to your head and become a part of you. While wearing it, you would have resistance to all fire damage and all poison damage. However, you think that it would be magically difficult to remove if you did so, and it seems that there is some manner of divination magic attached to it, that you will have one end of a phone that connects to someone or somewhere else while it is on your head.
Does it, like, control you?
Luka does not think so. It simply
Thinking out loud.
opens you to communication, or you would be able to FaceTime with someone, and someone would be able to FaceTime with you. So, audio and video.
You've heard of Bluetooth. Now get ready for
Red horn.
Yeah.
It's a shame that I'm not giving out inspiration in this game, that I'm leaving that to the chat, because that would get it.
Take people
Aw,
from the
yay!
call. I know it'll break your layout.
It
but
was
just
so stupid.
Send her away for a minute.
Breakout room with you, go.
Hey, welcome, Dancer. Yes, that is what your Identify spell turns out. And I will say that you are not automatically complicit since you cast Identify. You know the bells and whistles. You would have to make a save to resist the other end of that phone calling you.
So you're gonna stick it to your head?
But you remember someone in that fight. I think it was you, Luka, cast fire against Olmaria, and it didn't work the way that you had hoped. And this horn is definitely the reason why.
Yep. Luca's gonna turn back to Dame after like rattling all of these different things off and be like, "Now hear me out. What if I just put it on? Because like then I get a little extra resistance to things because I'm not really very beefy, but you know, I mean, isn't it pretty? Like, should I just?
I don't know if it matches your aesthetic, darling.
True, it's red and I'm blue.
It just
Poke a hole through the hat.
You're sure there are no negative side effects?
Well, other than that, it might be hard to take off. And there's something with divination on it, which means that maybe the person can see where we are. I mean, fire and poison.
Do you think it works both ways? You might be able to see where they are.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if it works more like... Okay, DM question, because I am a magic character, even though I don't have access to certain spells, I would know what they are, right? Like if I drop the name of a spell that I can't cast,
You are a court sorcerer, so whereas an uneducated, uninformed person perhaps no. You are around magic, you have to be able to talk a good game, so I will say you are at least passingly aware of the general effects of spells like up to 5th or 6th level. I mean, like, you know that the wish spell exists, but you have no idea where to begin. But yeah, you can have heard of a spell.
Okay. Well, I'm wondering. I don't really know if it's more like a sending spell or more like I think it might be more like a scrying spell, where you can see like a two-way scrying spell.
Let me.
Maybe.
Well, pros and cons. feel strange to say this. It doesn't really seem like a strictly bad idea, but maybe now is not the time. But
see.
Baby, put it on. No, I'm kidding.
It does seem to confer certain advantages, and if we really do hold the same ability to check in, so to speak, perhaps it's not the worst. That said, I'm beginning to realize that we are most likely outnumbered, so maybe our location is somewhat more valuable than theirs.
Why don't you roll an Arcana check for me as well, Luka?
Oh god, which dice? Which dice? No, I don't want that. Stop it. No. Cheat. Arcana. Oh, I have good Arcana. 14.
14. Okay. So, you know this. I am starting to hear myself through your mic, Steven. You know that this item belongs to someone. And if you were capable of casting Scry, I don't know if you are or aren't, that this would give you an advantage in them failing to resist your magic. You also know that this item does not give you the ability to cast Scry or whatnot. Your Arcana coupled with your identification ritual, you think the spells that can interact with you would be Scry, Detect Thoughts, Suggestion, and Command.
I'm just writing those down in a second.
Those are.
If you had the horn on.
Yeah. Well, to be fully honest, Dame, as much as I love the idea of like rolling back up into court with like a big old horn just to scare everybody, maybe we shouldn't put it on just yet, because I don't think I can look through it. I think only that person can get in contact with me. And they might also read my thoughts, which probably isn't actually too bad, because usually it's just about how cute Phoebe is. But
do you think one of the others of us should do it?
Maybe.
Give it thought.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
It's okay. It's okay, Doc. It's fine. When have I ever had a bad idea?
It's not that you have a bad idea, it's that you have a horrible one. And it's not going on my head.
Okay.
Don't you dare!
Inching it closer.
Oh, I see a sweet kitty.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
No.
that's so shaped. She looks so cute.
Druna, you are watching all of this discussion around the horn, and Eldith has she has been napping over there. I said at the end of the last episode that she sat down and session, she went to go and have herself a little nap. She is restlessly sort of up and about now, and she has wandered around the altar. She's waded through the Wanderbrook to get the stuff, and she wanders back to you and says, I don't know if you're the best person for this, but they all seem distracted. Perhaps you could make use of this, or one of your friends, something. And she hands you a little pouch about the size of a coin purse and says, Ulmaria was collecting another bag of wings and dust to send up the mountain. It's not very full, but there's something in it, and well, if it is going to do any good, or if someone were to use it for any good, suppose it would be you. So, a little pixie dust. And she does the grandma thing where she doesn't, try and give it to you. She just takes your hand and puts it in your hand, gives it a couple of bony pats, and starts wandering back off.
Ooh, she just gave you the good stuff.
Cute. Is there any way that we could try to reattach these to their previous owner?
That was asked at the end of the last session. She's keeping wings. Eldith is maintaining the wings for herself. She's just giving you a little bag of dust. It is believed that if the pixies can get their wings back, if more of the dust can be recovered, then they will have the means to attach them themselves. But the little bit of dust in this bag is not enough to do it, and the dust that Breezy is capable of producing at her half-functioning capacity is not sufficient either. And there are spells that could do this that Eldeth is not capable of casting, and neither are you.
DM question.
Yo.
Is her name Eldith or Athelin?
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I been saying Eldith?
Yeah, is that a different person?
It is someone from a different. It is a different adventure that I'm writing. I'm so sorry.
Have I been hearing this wrong the entire time?
Oh, spoiler alert.
Sorry, Athelin.
Okay.
My bad. This is what I get for playing Elden Ring all day. When I could have been prepping. It's Athelin.
Wait, is Eldith a name in Elden Ring?
It is not, but it is me not thinking about this game for enough of my time. However, there is a character in tomorrow's game named Fia, and Fia is a character in Elden Ring, and I find that very entertaining.
That's an adorable name.
I didn't know. That's me.
Yeah, you had no way of knowing. And you had done it before the game launched.
My character.
But it's a cool character either way.
Look, you're making that sound like it's cute, but trust me, she's nothing but cute. She's mad all the time. Full name is Fia Meta.
Different sort of disaster child.
It means little fiery one. Anyway.
Oh my god, that's so cute!
I broke Crash Candy. It's okay.
It's okay. Jane just thinks you're cute, and the things that you do are cute, even when they're not trying to be cute.
Listen, those things are mutually exclusive, but they're not in this case. That's just Tyler. But also, I love cute phonetic.
Elden Ring. I'm getting shit in the chat for mixing up my own NPC names. I'm very sorry.
Oh no!
Athelin Rubbleminder is the dwarf druidess.
Okay.
My bad. Thank you for correcting me. Genuinely, I want to be correct. All right.
Okay.
Those things are true.
So I think Druna just kind of thinks to herself that maybe we can just hold on to it for now. And then if we need to use it, we can use it. But if not, then we should just try to create like a pixie dust piggy bank.
As possible, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and get you, since it is on your sheet for now, roll 2d8 for me.
Ooh. My favorite die.
So at any moment, someone carrying this pouch can grab a pinch of pixie dust, and something could happen. And we're finding out how many pinches are in this bag right now. What do we get?
11.
11. All right. Make a note of it. You have 11 pinches of pixie dust.
Dang.
Yeah.
And that is, of course, a non-standard unit of measurement. It's like a pinch or a dash or a skosh. Nevertheless, it is 11 uses from that item.
Would it fill the inside of my Gilgamesh face? Is that what we're gonna call a pinch?
More so. You need a hefty pinch. You need a southern pinch.
Oh no, we're not. We are absolutely.
We fly with one pinch.
Oh, he won't stay.
Pinch for you. Pinch for you.
That looks like the death bird. A little
Follow
bit.
the second star.
All right. Those things happen. Doc, you have the opportunity, if you wished, to get to know that magical item that you were given.
Yes, I did want to.
Okay. It is a small brass brooch in the shape of a bear.
Okay.
This little ursine brooch,
Okay.
when worn on your person, it needs to be worn visibly. So you know, no attaching it to the undershirt.
Okay.
And it does require attunement. Do you wish to attune to it over the course of this rest?
Sure, why not? What's the
Okay.
worst that could happen?
It is a charm of animal kinship. So,
Oh boy.
you are always beasts, not monsters or, creatures in general, but beasts will always consider you non-threatening. So you are, whereas, you might change that. Their default attitude towards you is not hostile. Attacks made by beasts against you, if they should happen, would be at disadvantage, and you have advantage on animal handling checks made to interact with them.
Wowza. Oh my goodness, that'll be so fun. He doesn't even like animals that much. This is going to be great.
Well, you are welcome to move it around if you wish. However, because you were the one that made an effort to save the druidess, she felt that you were the one that earned her gift.
Oh. Then I will... Yeah, I guess I'll just pin it on, like, the side of my coat. Like a classic little brooch.
There you go.
Make a statement.
Phoebe stops flying after birds and immediately comes over to start, like, checking size and dock up, like, you seem different today.
I'll just kind of stand there and stare at her for a moment.
It's a tiny little winged monkey that's just staring at you.
I forgot she was a monkey. She was like a rat. Yeah, then he's definitely just gonna kind of be like... Just slightly suspicious of Phoebe.
All right. Anything else on the to-do list, guys? Anything that needs to be done or said? Y'all had kind of a big time back there. Dame went down. Luka went down.
It was a nightmare, baby.
That was a fight for our lives.
I think we debriefed afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made sure everyone's good.
All
You
right.
guys ready to hit the road?
We need to take
Oh,
a nap. We need to take a sleepy, right?
Mhm.
We already did.
I already hit the
I'm
road.
assuming that this is all happening during or around your long rest. So
Okay.
I am not pretending that you are not at full force right now.
Okay. Yeah, then at some point Luka has like completely passed out, starfished on the ground with Phoebe like starfished on top of him. Yeah,
Nice.
that's the night.
I'll snooze leaned up against a tree.
Literally used every single spell slot in that, last fight.
Y'all made it work.
Hey,
darn
and
right.
you put in the work. You rolled like a madman. It's amazing.
All right. If there is no other business, thank you, by the way, Sean J. Kuhn, for the follow. I don't mean to miss that. I always want to try and note those when we have a moment. You guys take your rest. You recoup your resources. You gather your possessions, bid Ethelyn goodbye, and begin to make your way up into the Frostfang Mountains. Now, as you recall, the Whisperwood that you are in is north of Shallowford. You're following the Wanderbrook ever northward, going into the Frostfang Mountains. And let's make a history check. Anybody who feels like they might know something about history. I don't care if you're proficient or not.
I do.
Just if you think you paid attention in geography and history, you can roll a die.
Am proficient.
Does geology count?
Maybe.
That
16.
Jane
I got
looks
a natural
happy.
20 on the Xanax dice.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Awesome. Do I-
Yeah.
Do I need to hear
17.
what anybody else made? 17? Cool.
6.
I'm sorry, smart boy. You are not the smart boy about this.
No.
Not today, boy.
So, as you guys are traveling, Doc starts talking, and Dame kind of picks up on it. It's like you guys start having an adult conversation while the kids are distracted by things in the forest and the way the light plays on the stream. And Doc definitely carries this conversation, but you remember, just as you were kind of learning about this land and its history and whatnot, that there are two particular mountains in the Frostfang Mountains, twin peaks called the Spires of Ire. The two tallest and most dangerous, somewhat considered to be unscalable, or if not unscalable, not worth scaling, mountains in the range. Right next to one another, and you seem to be heading in the direction of them. Now, these spires were noteworthy because long ago, like at the fringes of human memory, there was a great human empire over these eastern lands of Rexterra and the western borders of Blackreach, where a barbarian king had united a vast amount of land and several tribes under himself and gained some notoriety and ruled with an iron fist, and the threat of his wrath rained down upon any that would cross him. And it is for this reason that the Spires of Ire were named, because an old fortress used to sit upon this hill, from which, in the frigid, ice-covered peaks, he could watch over and survey his lands without fear of assault or assailment by his enemies. Your incredibly high roll cannot tell you, because it is so, the people who were telling you about it didn't roll natural 20s, and they didn't remember enough to tell you about all of the details, but the fact that even this is memorable to you is quite outstanding. I was not planning on telling you all of that until a session or two from now. But
Yay!
y'all, this is how you entertain yourselves on the walk. There used to be this place that those kids, those two towers up there used to be very important to people who don't look like us.
Pay attention. This is going to be an educational road trip.
Yes, this is now no longer an adventure. It's a field trip.
And I thought we were going to be on one of those cool buses with the TVs in them. Now we got to learn. No.
Find your exit, buddy.
yeah,
Make
charter
sure you
buses.
hold hands.
I'm obnoxious.
The charter buses that have the built-in Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Now, you guys had been following the Wanderbrook for a while, but it is important that you are going in the correct direction, and some tracking will need to be done. Who feels like they would be participating in this venture?
Tracking?
I can
Tracking,
certainly
yes.
try.
Tracking.
That's
Mhm.
all I can say.
What kind of check would that be under?
Not
Nature?
This would be survival.
Okay.
I could do some tracking.
If not survival,
Not my
I will take-
best.
for new dungeon masters out there, it is possible to use other skills to achieve the results that another skill might be good for. The DCs for using an inappropriate skill for an appropriate check may be higher than if you were using the appropriate skill. So if you want to roll perception, I will let you roll perception. Just the number that you need to beat is higher than the number you need to beat if you roll survival. I'll put it that way. So if you want to roll, if you feel like you would be participating, tell me what you are rolling and go for it.
Can I roll again for history and see if that maybe helps me recall any of, like, maybe cartography I've seen, or what I've heard of legends, what we might encounter.
You can do. It will not help you follow the trail of this woman with the bag, but it might turn up something useful.
Then could I do perception?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not good at any of those things, so how about I just do
Yay.
something very stupid and Luka, and with my no strength, try to climb a tree so that I can look above.
You can go for that.
You're doing amazing, dude.
What do you want me to roll?
I rolled, but I was ineffectual.
Just do your
It
athletics. All right.
Oh, cool. That's... see what happens.
Dame gets her high-heeled steel boots stuck in the riverbank and has to yank them out for a minute. It's a little distracted by cleaning them.
It's the worst.
All right. Who rolled and what did they get?
17.
Well,
What did you say, Druna?
my plus.
17.
17. And what did you
Wait,
roll?
we got guidance for.
Rolled a 14, but I have a +3 for survival.
Survival. Okay. Rolling the ideal skill. 17 is great. What else did we do?
Well, if you want to have a little laugh while everybody's doing good things.
I do.
I rolled a 1, but that's not the bad part. It's technically a -1 because I have a -2 to my strength.
Dame is distracted
Of
by
course he
Captain Luna.
does.
There you
Luka.
go.
Falls from the
Luka,
tree.
Luka, like, walks up
Amazing.
to a tree and just like hugs the whole thing with his body and just slowly
Yep.
slides down.
Need that wasted sound from GTA.
Yeah.
And what did you get, Crash?
I got 18.
18 perception.
19 perception.
19 perception. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are going about, and discussing where you might be heading and what might be around you, Luka runs and hugs a tree, and even though you know in your heart you were trying to climb it, it really just looks like he's hugging a tree and becoming one with nature. Meanwhile, Druna and Doc, you notice some tracks. They're pretty occasional. They're pretty light. Like someone is not trying to obscure their trail, but knows how to move without leaving one. You find the beginnings of the trail and point them out to Druna, who is quickly able to piece together with other pieces of the environment where this person that you are following has been going. And just in the interest of time, we're not going to make repeated checks or anything. We're just going to carry on. Their path diverges pretty quickly from the Wanderbrook to head northeast and up towards the mountains. And you get into rockier terrain. However, snow starts falling, and snow has fallen in the area that you are heading ahead of you. And tracking becomes much easier after a short amount of time, as you are following deep footprints in several inches of snow. They are filling, yes, but not nearly so quickly as you and the person you are pursuing are moving.
So we're close.
Well, you did take a long rest before you set off, but the snowfall is quite recent, and you don't think it has been snowing up here. With your survival check, I will say that you know if it had been snowing the entire time, you might have had a lot more trouble. However, no new snowfall until about the time you guys are arriving means that those footprints have been pretty well preserved. And while there is some other bestial tracks, goat hooves and paws up here on the mountainside, following a humanoid set of footprints through even a few inches of snow is pretty easy for you.
Okay.
Now, you are walking for quite a while. In fact, even following this trail, you begin, I'm based on the time that guys were finishing up the fight and the fact that you guys kind of prefer traveling at night, I'm guessing you guys are doing this by starlight. And dawn is beginning to break, and you think you might have to choose between pushing on through the night in pursuit of a trail that is literally going cold, or resting again and facing the issues fresh.
The whole time we've been in the snow, Phoebe's been running around making little snowballs and like throwing them at everybody.
Oh no. Helping.
Yeah. Snow hits the back of someone's head and you just hear, ah! As she like screams and runs off.
So the question here, and I will take it out of roleplay terms for you, is you will have the opportunity to continue and risk being tired, risk a level of exhaustion. It's not a sure thing, it would be a roll. Or you can let the trail go a little colder, lose a little bit of your lead. Well, allow them to gain a greater lead, is what I should say. And not risk exhaustion and continue a little later.
This is not just up to me, so what do you guys think?
Well, honestly, I personally suggest that we keep going, but depends on how resilient you all think you might be.
I kind of agree that we should keep going.
I also like living dangerously.
There we go.
Since there we have it.
I think I'm gonna be good. And he starts like doing stretches, and you hear something pop like unnaturally. He's like,
Oh no.
Okay. So pressing forward. Yeah, that changes my scenario just a skosh, and I love it. Why doesn't everybody make a Constitution saving throw?
Okay.
I thought it was gonna be.
I will do this for now. This isn't in the adventure, but if you're proficient in athletics, you can have advantage. If you are used to pressing yourself.
No.
No.
Not even remotely.
Oh no.
I really only thought Dame would have a prayer on that one.
Yep, I am.
There you go.
And I don't have proficiency in Constitution throws, so.
So do y'all want to give me numbers, or do you want me to give you the DC first?
I'm using a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
Don't worry about what I got. Don't worry about it. It didn't happen.
Yeah, that nat 1-y didn't happen at all, you guys.
Hey, it was more than a
thanks.
1.
Mine was a 1.
Still single digits, though.
Existential Nerd in the chat, I got you there.
Okay.
I don't know what
Horrible.
that was, but it's gone now.
I get inspiration from Fluffy.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
And
Fluffy.
that's a natural 20 for Dame.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
No
she's a brick
worries.
house.
Ow. All right. What else did we do? Cranberry Express, what'd you get?
Use inspiration because initially I rolled a nat 1-y with a negative or a -2 disadvantage. So I'm at a 10 now.
You, like, developed a new problem. Like you slip a disc or something.
Here's the good news.
It's but
10
a scratch.
10 is all you need for the first time pushing yourself.
Woo!
If you guys want to keep staying up, it will get harder, but a 10 skates you by. So well used.
Damn it, then I almost could have been okay with not using inspiration. But that would have been just insult to injury.
Ah,
Yeah, no. I rolled a 12 too, so thank God.
there you go.
Woo!
Disaster Child, are you exhausted?
So,
I heard yes.
yeah.
I almost just blew that out my nose.
let me just paint the picture here. I have inspiration. I just decided if anyone's gonna be exhausted, it's gonna be my boy who doesn't exercise ever and eats candy all the time. I rolled a 4. And I decided I was gonna keep it. So
We're just not rolling today.
we're
guys.
making up for the other night when I like kind of said, I don't roll bad usually.
Hey, wait, but I'm really curious. What's your modifier?
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
I'm really
Perfect.
curious. How's your pet?
Oh, I gotta roll Phoebe.
Oh
I gotta
no!
pull up.
Phoebe.
I gotta pull up.
Really?
He's literally just dragging you.
Hey, and
Yeah.
while you
He got
do,
me on a kid
She's
leash
doing
and
her
pulling me to the
best.
snow.
As if she couldn't sleep in the hat.
hey, why that ring though? How'd you do?
Let me look at
Oh,
Phoebe's
I got a
stats.
15.
15. You're fine. You can do this. You pulled all nighters
Feeling good on a
back in academy.
Like, Phoebe, why are you?
back when I was,
Phoebe's
less than 2 centuries old. Yeah.
Phoebe's fine. I'm just looking for what her modifier is to see if this gets even better.
Okay.
What's
Your
modifier?
familiar has a better modifier than a
More
full
than
grown
likely, she's got a
person.
better armor class.
Are you sure you're not just playing your
Phoebe's the
familiar?
new tank.
I think Luka is secretly just the familiar.
That has been one of Justice's character ideas for so long. He wanted to play a Beastmaster Ranger, but the human was the pet.
A friend of mine did that.
Yeah.
He was
He's a talking
wizard.
monkey.
And he was an old guy, and he had this small rabbit, and the whole time we thought he was just gonna die because he was so old, but it turned out that the old man was already dead. The rabbit was using it as a conduit.
Okay, yeah, Phoebe got a
It was so
13.
weird, but we never rolled enough to find out. He
The
had to
rabbit
tell
was
us
a necromancer?
afterwards. We guess so. But again, none of us rolled well enough to find that out while we were playing. He had to tell us that like 5 months later. We were like, it was the rabbit?
What did you say, Ty?
13. Phoebe
13?
got 13. So she's
Hey!
So you guys are starting to march up this mountainside, and you're clutching your cloaks tied around your necks. You are pressing forward. You knew you were heading north, but going up into the mountains where it's getting a lot colder and the air is getting thinner. It's proving to be a lot for Luka. And it's not easy for the rest of you by comparison to your everyday life, but you're handling it better. I will allow... Someone wanted to roll a nature check earlier. How about we do a nature check?
my level 1 exhaustion.
You are.
'Cause
So
I'm marked.
Baby.
the pack is having to move a little slower to allow Druna to be a part of it. Not Druna, sorry, Luka to be a part of it. So what happens when I take everybody's names off the screen?
Got a 15.
15.
Ooh.
So
Yeah.
you have a pretty good understanding of the world around you, and you, even if you don't know why you know things, you're just kind of in tune with the way that the world ought to be. And it occurs to you that it is abnormally cold up here. Like, yes, there's snow. Yes, it's snowing. Yes, you're in the north of the continent, but this is cold. And it should probably not be this way.
Okay. Can I cast Detect Magic?
You can, if you wish to.
Yes, I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. The radius of Detect Magic does not reveal any true origin point for this supernatural cold. However, the air up here just seems almost laced with it, like charged with it. This place has an abnormally high magical potential in a way that is unique to your personal life experience. If you're a druid, you know that there are spells that can control the weather to force natural types of weather. With your check and with your magic and with your class, you think that it is very feasible that if someone were to try and make the area around here unwelcoming and cold, that it could produce effects such as this. And you think that trying to be out here for an extended period of time could be hazardous to one's health if you had no shelter.
But we do have a shelter.
Yeah, we were talking about that beforehand. So that is a good thing to have around.
We're going camping.
All right. You discover all of these things, and you are mulling them over in your mind, perhaps discussing them with one another. As you reach a rise in the path that you are following, you're going around the mountainside, going ever up and ever further east, and you are going between now the two Spires of Ire. And you note that the path that you are following follows a precarious path alongside a deep crevasse. It's that moment in every questing adventurer, Nathan Drake, Lara Croft story where there's a ledge that's about big enough for you to walk across, but not much wider. And it seems that whoever you are following has taken this path. Lord Vito, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the party. You are catching us at a dangerous moment.
Man.
You all watched Luka, like, shakily walk to the edge, like, holding himself shaking, and, like, look at it, and then turn around and look at you, like, who's gonna carry me? Like,
Having a good time.
It is snowing, and the snow is coming down harder than when you began this adventure. You can see your hand in front of your face. You can see the rest of the party, but you can't see more than 50, 60 feet away ahead of you or behind you.
I just realized Phoebe's albino, so she's hidden.
My
The
God.
albino monkey.
Because she was an albino rat, so she's gonna be an albino monkey.
Rad. Never mind, this flying monkey's cute as hell.
That tracks.
Those little pink eyes. Yeah.
Never mind.
Don't like that.
Nope, don't care for that.
It's just like
Other one.
it's just like two red eyes staring out from the snow. Just
Never mind.
What up, Mac? Good to see you.
Off
Sorry, I was distracted by the chat. One of my good friends is in the chat now.
Good friend.
Longtime supporter of the channel, Irish Mac, has turned up. I love it when the chat is active. Tomorrow, I'm going to get to hang out with you guys in the chat because I won't be on screen. I'm very sorry for being distracted. That is the cost of doing D&D on this platform is the dungeon master can be excited by things off on the screen to his right. Sorry, the Duncan Mister. So I'm giving you all your titles and forgetting my own. So,
Can I be the Duncan mistress?
whew. Hey now, no,
Or the Duncan empress?
the mastress. We'll talk.
Mastress? Because it's like mattress.
It is like mattress.
I'll just keep spelling it mattress.
There's the new nickname.
Duncan.
I cannot wait. One of these days, I'll talk you into running some bullshit on this channel, and you can be whatever you want to be. Oh no, she froze a little. Oh
oh
wow.
yeah. And with that face. Oh, and it got better. Okay.
Nice!
There's some
Oh,
VOD
I
for
love
us.
Crunchy Luka.
Daniel, stop. Okay, so you are faced with this challenge now. Question?
Yes.
Ask.
While I'm looking at this challenge, water
Vince.
for
I don't think she can hear us either.
Oh, maybe not. I think someone stuck a fork in her router.
I'm sorry, Rob, your face. Pause for dramatic effect.
no.
Any other questions in the meantime?
Need your connection.
So I'll set the scene a little bit while we're waiting on Jane to figure stuff out. Jane, if you can hear me and you have to go out and come back in, it'll break the stream a little bit, but it'll be fine. Hopefully that will help. You can see barely across the way the other side of this crevasse. You could technically take the right or left-hand path. The left-hand path has been chosen by the old lady that you are pursuing, and you can see where snow has been kicked off of these shelves as they have progressed ahead of you. The footsteps that they are leaving, the footprints in the snow, are shallower than the ones you were leaving. Even at your elfish weight and with your dexterity, it is a small and perhaps frail figure that you are following, who literally does not leave much of an impression. We'll put it that way. I'm satisfied with myself very much for that pun. Wait. Jane is almost moving in real time.
Am I alive?
Yeah!
Yay! Oh God!
I don't know what happened, but
I
I'm
got
delighted to have you back.
Ooh. How dare it freeze when I'm talking about things that freeze?
I think it's still a little delayed though, because your audio is not matching up with your video. Mamma mia.
It's a shame.
Mamma mia.
Pause for dramatic effect.
True. Yeah. So we all know that's what I'm in here for.
There you go.
The ledge is snowy, the ledge is icy, the trail continues to the left. The crevasse, you can't see the bottom of it, but again, you can only see 50, 60 feet away from you because of the way that the snow is coming down. It could be 60 feet down, it could be 200. Difficult to say.
Am I back alive well now?
Try and say the thing you want to say, because I heard that fine.
Okay, then really quick. If I cast Create or Destroy Water, does that count on snow because it's made of water?
I would say yes. There's a finite amount that spell can destroy.
Yes, there is. But snow is mostly air. Mixed with water.
I think is it an area or is it in a volume? Let's have a look.
It's a volume, 10 gallons. So whatever that goes to is snow.
I don't science.
Neurology. Either. Hell. Out.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, I can destroy up to 10 gallons of water in an open
All right.
range.
It is in an open container within range. Or destroy fog. I would count this as this is fine. We'll call it fog. So you could blow a hole in this place in a 30-foot cube.
Okay.
Not going to stop it falling, but if you wanted to perhaps make the shelf not as icy or give you a clear sight of an area for a moment, things like that, that would work. If you want to stop the magical snowstorm, this is not the spell for this. If you want to get rid of some snow, this is a great spell.
Yeah. I want to try to get rid of some of the snow so that we can create possibly a safer path for Luka's sake.
Love it. Okay, So on the ledge that
Do
you
I
are
need
all
to
looking
roll
at.
anything for it, or?
No, just
anything?
cast that spell. It works.
Okay.
It works every bit as well as you want it to.
Hacha!
This is good because while it's fairly a simple thing to walk across this ledge, there would be consequences for fucking it up. But it was going to be a little more difficult when it was slick and icy and terrible. So this will negate that, at least for the area that you can see ahead. As Doc warms up a spell and literally takes all moisture away from a large area in front of him.
It'll all just kind of fizzle, like, shh, and it's just less snow. Not all of it, but it's certainly less.
Some men make women moist, some dry up large areas with their actions.
Don't worry, baby. I have create and destroy water. I'll go.
It's not a good joke that we just did, but
No, it's a really bad one.
but it's
Yeah, you
it's
can guess that by
I'm
how
still
she
glad
died.
someone went there with me, and that's why I like having Jane around. All right, so
He wants nothing to do with us anymore.
the passage is made somewhat easier. You have destroyed the tracks, but I mean, where are they gonna go? You know? So, if you are ready to continue one way or another, or, throw yourself into the crevasse. What's the worst that can happen?
As I sell Luka like a firm pat on the shoulder. Alright. So you go. You first. Training wheels.
Okay. Scoops up Phoebe, like completely buried in the snow, just two little red eyes sticking out. Scoops up Phoebe. Starts hobbling his way over it.
All right. I just need you. Actually, for the first 45, 60 feet, you don't have to roll. There's no danger, conceivably, anymore. There is a fall very close to you, but it is now so simple to do that there is no need to make an attempt. You automatically succeed. And this is true for all of you for the first part of this passage.
Yay.
As you progress forward, make a perception check with disadvantage from the falling snow, Luka, since you are in front.
Also, for anybody who keeps seeing the red on my arm, I promise I didn't cut myself. I was dying something.
I'm not hurt. I was just
Ain't that
dying.
it?
I'm not injured. I was dying.
It's not what
different.
you think.
One of those came out. So, and rolled the same number, so it's fine. Let's see,
Nice.
perception. At disadvantage, that is an 11.
11. Okay. It is very difficult to make
Beware.
things out ahead of you. You do see that clearly the person you are pursuing did continue. The tracks pick up again once the Creator Destroy Water area has passed, and you continue following them to the best of your ability. You guys all continue this way for another 80, 100 feet, slapped up against the side of this precipice, as scooting along foot by foot, one after the other. At this stage, I'd like everybody to make a dexterity acrobatics check.
And I know I'm.
Ooh, acrobatics.
I know I'm at disadvantage.
You are not, actually. It's level 2 exhaustion that gives you disadvantage on skill checks. You're just slower right now.
I don't.
I'll get you there.
Totally
I really
have
want to get you there.
a
We'll
bad
try it,
acrobatics.
but not yet.
15.
DC is low, but it's important.
Ooh.
I got 13.
13's good enough. Who else?
10.
10? 10 is what you needed. All right.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Very nice. And somebody's looking smug.
20.
How'd you do, Ty?
That's the face of I used all my good rolls last week.
An 8?
Yeah, but I've got a plan.
That you got a plan. Okay.
Oh my god.
In the lead.
Plans are better than good rolls. Everyone out there, plans better than good rolls.
So here's what happens. As you guys are making your way along this precipice, the storm has kind of been kicking up around you. There's snow falling. It's very cold. Your hands that are gripping behind you onto the cliff face, any little finger hold you can get to help stabilize yourself, those fingers are numb and hurting from their exposure, unless you happen to be wearing gloves. I know for a fact Dame is. Even so, noses and the tips of your pointed ears are no longer stinging, and that's a bad sign.
Oh.
A tremendous sound above you as a bolt of lightning strikes the mountain above all of you.
Gandalf.
The mountainside quakes for a moment. You all start somewhat and look up and make sure that you are not going to be showered with rubble and raining rocks, which are falling down all around you now. And as you all take a moment to make sure that you are safe, you look, and Luka, startled, did not handle this this particular moment as well as the rest of you. And when you jumped, you jumped a little too much. And you are now falling, quickly vanishing into the snow from everyone else's perspective. And I'm fascinated to hear this plan.
Okay. Purely out of
God, oh god!
purely out of a sense of just wanting to do like the whole like, what is that, like jump the train game where it's like the last second, like he probably disappears into the mist and they can't see him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Fly on myself because I have access to 3rd level spells. He specifically waited until he would not be able to be seen anymore so that he can let Phoebe hold one single finger and like with her little wings she's flapping up as if she's pulling him back up and he's hanging there in the air just
Oh my
what
god.
you said about her, she's great.
I'm gonna
Yeah, you
expect
see
her to be able
Dot
to do that for
gripping
the
the
rest of
wall
us
and
now.
having a heart attack.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. Well done. Okay.
At which point, though, something like flies past Phoebe, and she completely like lets go, and it's the whole joke is let off because he's just still floating there. But
Oh my god.
All right, Doc, you've flown recently. You know how this works. Didn't know Luka
Now
could do
I
it.
do. No, I didn't know Luka could do it. That's why I'm having a heart attack.
I will say, in your moments of falling, you did happen to notice the crevasse is not as deep as it could have been. It's maybe 60, 70 feet deep. And it has a huge, because warmth and sunlight doesn't really reach down there, there's a big bank of snow at the bottom.
okay. Yeah, I'll just keep flying along. I got 10 minutes of fly.
Okay. The rest of you still on the 10 minutes, yeah. Do you try and stick with the party, or do you go ahead?
I'm gonna go a little bit ahead just to kind of peek and give them warnings of things if I need to.
Okay. Well, the rest of you press on, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. Once we know that he's good.
All right. You can do a perception check again for me as you're now flying, and you have the opportunity to see more things than they do. Yeah, let's do that.
This though, because it's not a saving throw. This one is disadvantage. I don't remember what all is disadvantage at 1st level.
First level exhaustion, nothing. You just move half your speed. You are slower than you
Oh.
otherwise would be.
So my speed is
Pretty
15 feet. Cool.
Yeah. I won't say that applies to fly. I think you can fly a little faster than you can walk when you're exhausted.
Perception.
Don't at me.
18.
18. All right. You kind of fly around. You can kind of pass from one side to the next. You can kind of go a little bit forward. You see a light ahead, and it is roughly on your eye level. And it is you see a green light and you see an orange light. It is ahead of you. It is too far through the snow to tell exactly what it is. But you look, and it's a distant point of orange light. The green light is slightly above the orange light, almost directly above it, like an exclamation point. But the green light is a column, it is a pillar, and it extends up. And up, and up, as far as you can see, up into the clouds. From this distance, any more than that, you can't really say. But just being able to pick that out with all of the obscurity of the snow ahead of you is something.
How far away is, how much more of the little tiny walkway is there remaining?
You think that it goes as far as you can see. I'll put it that way, unless you want to fly along the mountainside and really see the extent of it and separate from the party.
I'm going to send a message because it's not a concentration.
Correct.
You like that I just switched into the voice that I talk to my rats for no reason? Cool.
Oh, we're little rats.
I'll get one of them out in a minute. They're all passed out right now.
We're your little rats.
Yeah. Jane, you get to be the albino one. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Look, it's fun when I get to be spooky. And then I'm fine with it.
I'm gonna send a message to. It's a cantrip, so I can technically do it to all three if I wanted to, but I'm gonna just send it to Doc, assuming Doc was probably shortly behind me when I was walking on this thing, and just say I'm gonna fly forward. I guess I should do this in my character voice. I'm gonna fly forward so that I can. There's some lights up ahead, and I don't know how much further this little walkway is. So I'm gonna fly forward and see if I can see how much further we have.
I will reply. Be careful if they look like the lights from the forest. But otherwise, good idea, keep us updated. I'll say up to the sky to no one in particular.
I'll go forward.
Okay.
And Phoebe starts doing that dog thing where she goes back and forth between the two parties until eventually she's like, oh crap, this is tiring, and just stays with him.
Noted, you do get guidance from Irish Mac, I think.
Yay!
Ty, for whatever you're up to. And you carry on forward. This ledge continues for hundreds of feet. This is a long-ass crevasse. And the crevasse seems to be leading you generally in the direction of those lights. Now, as you fly along, you do reach a point where it looks like the tracks that you are following, which are still reasonably clear, although getting more obscured all the time, start picking their way down the cliff face towards the base of the crevasse. They do not remain at this height. It seems like perhaps you could continue along this ledge, continue going along, but the person you were following did not.
far away did I go? I know you said it goes for hundreds of feet, but did I actually fly hundreds of feet? Because
I'm assuming you went far enough to see these things.
Yeah. Guess, am I like 120 feet away?
You could easily be if you wish to be.
Well, no, I'm asking because that's the range on message.
Yeah, you could fly back to around 120 feet and send a message if you wished.
Okay. I will do that, and I'll fly back just as what I think I need. And send again to Doc. I see the footprints start going down, like they're going to the bottom of the crevice. Should I come back to you, or should I just like go down there and look around?
If you feel confident in yourself, you're free to explore. Just remember, do be careful.
Send another message. Careful's my middle name. Start going down.
I do not respond to that message. I just kind of stare blankly.
I'll go kind of just take a general, like, careful look around. See how far down maybe people are gonna have to climb, if it's changed at all from where we had been.
Okay. Some things have altered. There's still a decent amount of snow at the bottom, as something of, a cushion between it and what is surely an uncomfortable ground below. However, it is roughly a little bit deeper, but not incredibly so. It's still under 100 feet. And it is not a sheer face. You think that, again, this person picked their way down, so it's not impossible. And they were advertised to you as an old, frail woman, so surely people like Dame and Doc could handle it, right?
Surely.
How long have I been flying for?
I'll roll a die.
Immediately plummets out of the air.
You've been flying for 9 minutes.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go and land.
Okay. At
where
the top or the
where-
bottom?
the bottom.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna wait and keep sending message until I hear something back.
Okay. While you are there, remind me of something real quick. You are still carrying the horn, right?
Yeah, I shoved it in one of my mini snack pouches.
Fantastic.
They're supposed to be component pouches, but they're really snack pouches. Oh.
Roger that. Please hold.
Yeah, that'd be a great place to keep those ice cube chocolates right now.
Yeah. They went from being pocket chocolate to ice cube chocolate.
Yeah. Wait, have you never had an ice cubed, like, chocolate piece?
No.
Oh my god, they're
I thought
so
you just
good.
meant like a frozen chocolate.
No, they're called ice cubes, but they're like little old-fashioned cubes of chocolate, like ganache, pretty much. That they're called ice cubes because as soon as you put them in your mouth, it has a really low melting temperature, so it literally just starts to melt instantly. So the idea is you put it in a freezer, and then when you want it, you take it out, and it starts to melt. But God help you if that thing hits like room temperature. It is going to melt. That's the only bane of it. But God, they're delicious.
All right.
Anyway.
I'm not going to require rolls for this. You hear a sound in the snow at the base of the crevasse where you are. It's a little ahead of you, a little above you. But it cuts through and it echoes off of the walls quite a lot. In fact, it is so loud that all of you, far away and far above, hear it as well. It is the sound of a wolf howling. and it is immediately answered by a voice behind you and above you, and one to your right, and about on your same level. And soon there is a chorus of howls all around Luka. Or, to the rest of you, just ahead and somewhere down in the crevasse.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like they found something to
Yay!
hunt.
Understand what they're saying.
Oh, God.
Let's choose this moment to go ahead and have our break for the night.
Oh, God, Luka. You're like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to survive out here in the mountain. I'm a little tired. Proceeds to do everything in the mountain. Every single possible activity that you could do in this mountain. Luka's like, that's free real estate.
All right, guys, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to play one of my roughly 10-minute YouTube videos over the break, and we will be back when that is done. Hopefully this goes a little better than last time I tried to do some stuff so it didn't get all glitchy. If it does go all glitchy, let me know when I come back so I can know whether or not the stuff that I did worked, but I'm not going to be watching it because I'm going to be taking a break. And we will be back shortly.
Oh my God.
See you guys in a second.
That poor baby.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, and welcome back to Misty Mountain Gaming. I'm the D&D wannabe. My name is Rob. Dungeons & Dragons has a lot of numbers in it. Those numbers are added to certain rolls, and those rolls determine the successes and failures that our imaginary characters might experience. In the case of the players, all of those numbers are contained here on the character sheet. Figuring out what numbers go where and whether they are the right numbers was initially a challenge for me years ago when I started playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. But when I locked in on a single concept, the character sheet opened up to me. It all made sense, and I became confident that I was adding the right modifiers to the right rolls. That concept is the Proficiency Bonus. Your Proficiency Bonus applies to many aspects of your character sheet and increases your modifiers for some very important rolls. Understanding what your Proficiency Bonus is, what it represents, and what it means for your character is one of the basic building blocks of understanding the game. So, let's talk about it. Are you ready? Let's begin. A proficiency bonus in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition represents a character's comfortability and familiarity with certain actions, equipment, or defenses. If a character is proficient in something, that means that they have spent a great deal of time in situations that would lead them to be adept in that realm, where others might not be. A character can be proficient with skills, weapons, armor, saving throws, tools, equipment or vehicles, languages, or magic. Now, some of these things, like armor and languages, never require you to roll dice. If you don't roll dice, then you don't add anything to those rolls, so you wouldn't add any modifiers or bonuses. Proficiency, but no proficiency bonus. Easy. But in other cases, as with attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks, you may be called upon to roll a d20 to determine how good you are, in that moment, in exercising that proficiency. When you do so, you get to add a special bonus signifying your proficiency to that roll, making you more likely to succeed. That bonus for your proficiency is called your Proficiency Bonus, and is located right here on your character sheet. On the character sheet, you'll notice several empty little circles next to your skill checks and your saving throws that you can color in to remind yourself that whenever you roll that type of save or skill, you get to include your proficiency bonus. Your character's chosen starting class will determine almost all of their proficiencies. For example, each class is proficient in 2 of the 6 types of saving throws. Also, at level 1, your character gets to choose from a predetermined list of skills unique to that class, which ones their particular character will be skilled in. Your background usually provides you with a few skill, tool, or language proficiencies as well, and you may get 1 or 2 from your selected race. After that point, it's not guaranteed that your character is going to gain any new proficiencies, outside of choosing certain subclasses, taking certain feats, or acquiring specific magic items. So be sure that the proficiencies that you begin the game with are ones you're happy with. They may be the only ones you ever get. At first level, your character's proficiency bonus is +2. That means that whenever you are rolling something that you are proficient in, you get to add 2 to the result, plus the relevant ability score modifier. Now, 2 may not sound like that big of a number, and I get that, but when you're playing a game where successes and failures are determined by rolling a d20, this increases your odds of success by 10%, which is nothing to sneeze at. When you are trying to pass a difficulty class, you are much more likely to succeed when you get to include your proficiency bonus. As the adventure continues and your character levels up, your proficiency bonus will continue to increase too. Notably, it increases at the same rate regardless of class, multi-class, race, or any other considerations. It is based purely upon your character's total level. At level 5, your proficiency bonus goes from a 2 to a 3. And then, every 4 levels, it will continue to increase by 1. It will max out at a +6 when your character reaches 17th level. Because these bonuses are so significant, you are much more likely to succeed in the realms in which you are proficient than people who lack your experience. Because of this, your character is likely to be sought out by other members of the party or the community because they know, both in character and out of character, that you are much more likely to succeed in these types of endeavors. Now, please understand, D&D is the kind of game where you can attempt basically anything, whether or not you're proficient in it. With all of the variables that one might encounter over the course of an adventure and in the heat of the moment, you may find that your character has what it takes to perform under pressure, whether or not it's something that they're usually good at. And the opposite is also true. Even though you are proficient in a particular area, you may find that you occasionally fail. Proficiency doesn't guarantee you success. Rather, it means that you are more likely to succeed than others when you try, because you are accustomed to the attempt. Aside from these rolls, your proficiency bonus is also used to calculate the difficulty class that other creatures have to beat when they try to resist effects that you subject them to. The most common example of this is the spellcaster's spell save DC. But the fighter's combat maneuver DC and other game effects do also include your proficiency bonus. In all these cases, you add 8 plus your proficiency bonus and your relevant ability score modifier. As your proficiency bonus goes up, so does the difficulty class other creatures need to resist you. This is to exemplify that more experienced, and therefore higher level, characters have developed a mastery over their spells and techniques that make them more difficult to defeat. Also, certain game effects will affect your proficiency bonus, such as the Bard or Rogue's Expertise class feature, which allows them to double their proficiency bonus to particular skill or tool checks. This is pretty huge because as high as a proficiency bonus can get, you could be adding a plus 12 to a check instead of a plus 6, and that almost always guarantees your success. Also, a Bard's Jack of all trades class feature allows them to add half of their proficiency bonus to every ability check that doesn't already include their full proficiency bonus, meaning that Bards are good at everything. Love those guys. That's it, guys. That's the proficiency bonus video. Other than your ability scores and their modifiers, the proficiency bonus is probably the most important number on your character sheet. And understanding it well is pretty central to understanding the game. Once you know how and where it should be added on this sheet, you can create characters correctly pretty quickly without using any tools like D&D Beyond that would do it for you. Maybe that's a future video. Creating a character start to finish correctly and showing how simply it can be done. If you'd like to see or hear me talking about D&D more, check out our Twitch channel and our podcast. Links to both in the description of this video. And hey, while you're down there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so that you know exactly when our next video goes up. And maybe leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And if you didn't, go down to the comments and tell me why, so that I can make better videos in the future. Until next time, friends and adventurers, farewell, and Godspeed. I knocked over my dice. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for enduring our break, giving us a chance to reset ourselves. I got a little bit of steak in me. It's wonderful, even if it wasn't warm. And we got some more pets out.
Yeah.
I saw you walk onto the screen, Rob, and you had your fork, and you had this tiniest piece of broccoli just barely hanging onto the edge.
It's metaphorical for his sanity.
I'm trying to eat better.
Teetering off.
And get better at cooking at the same time, so... No.
Ori.
What do you got? Have you got the butt of an ice cream cone? Is that what you're working on?
Nice. Oh my god, I wish I was you.
Ori just stole an elf ear off of my ear.
Oh no!
Nice!
Rifle Stud, that was a video from let's face it, my YouTube channel. Where
stop it.
I talk about the proficiency bonus. That was the most recent video to go up. Let's throw that link out there. If you want to see videos like that more often than during our breaks and see the back catalog of stuff that I've worked on, that's where you do it. Subscribe over there, ring the bell, leave likes on videos to help spread them around the internet, or just to give my brain the good chemicals. Or make me look like I'm good at my job. Any of these are acceptable reasons to go and support our YouTube channel. Okay. So... yeah, I think we need to go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh no. We want to let the others have a chance to do some fun roleplay while I'm dying.
13.
13 for Dame, I hear.
Roll my glittery, snowy one. so it kind of goes along with it.
Druna just looks off in the distance. I'm in danger.
Well, this is good. The first 2 initiative rolls I have are a 2 and a 1.
Hey, I'll take that any day. Okay.
Let's see. I need Druna, Doc, and Luka. What do we got?
14.
14?
I got 13.
13 also for Doc. And then 10?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there are wolves howling. I'm going to go ahead and skip down to Luka, who is in this situation. You've been rolling pretty hot on perception. You've been doing pretty good. There are shapes out in the light obscurity of the snow at the bottom of this place. Once you kind of get out of the wind, it becomes a lot easier to see, even though snow is still kind of falling down. It's not whipping at your eyelashes and making you want to blink. There are 5 shapes around you. They are all canine in shape. One of them is significantly larger than the others. But they are all, 30, 40 feet away. And they have you surrounded as though this would be a spot for them to ambush something that were coming down the route that presumably the old woman might have taken. Much more than that is not readily apparent to you, and you have the jump on initiative on them.
Okay,
Oh boy.
Take a calming sip of Irish coffee.
Nice.
Of
Who's
Irish
pink?
things, you got another Dungeon Master's accomplice.
Oh my god.
Let me...
Nope, no,
Cool.
it was from Robin Taylor during a
Definitely.
conversation.
Robin, hey! Man.
100%.
I love
And,
it. You know...
Irish Knight gave you inspiration.
Oh, I've
So-
got that marked down right here already.
Lord!
You know, just as a quick plug, the only way that you get channel points is by watching streams. So if you want to tune into our hours and hours of Elden Ring streams, you can help out the party or me a lot in the near future.
I'm sorry. Wait. So we have 2 people bought more wolves. Why?
What? You're buying more wolves?
I try to buy things.
No,
for the one
no.
shot.
I'm saving it for later.
Yeah, I try to buy things for the one shots, and he just saves them for when it's against me.
So instead
So,
of at
you
the
know.
end of this, when there's only
That is
when
funny.
there's supposed to only be 4 dragons, there's gonna be like 7.
Yeah, we're gonna get the whole Chroma Conclave up in
Okay.
this bitch.
If you pay 3,000 channel points, you can give Luka anemia.
Okay, I'm gonna do something stupid because that's just the.
I
End of the
expect
night.
nothing less
now
of you.
you are?
Seems on brand.
I'm going to use my second 3rd level spot,
Mm?
which means that's my 3rd levels for the
Yep.
day.
Burn bright.
To
Ooh.
summon lesser demons.
Aha.
So I gotta see what I roll.
That. I'm not normally picky about components and stuff. I just want you to... I'm not going to say that you can't cast the spell, but I want you to think about the fact that a component of that spell is the blood of a humanoid that you have killed recently.
Yeah, but we killed one recently.
You killed a fae.
Dang it.
Who turned to ash. So,
Okay.
Luke has been up to some stuff, guys.
Yeah,
Did you do a murder?
you're not there.
Gosh darn it.
I'm fascinated that you took that spell. I'm like I said, I'm not preventing anything. I'm just geeking out a little bit because, Luka.
It's pretty metal
My.
for this tiny DA wizard.
And Arcane Focus gets rid of that anyway. It doesn't have a gold cost.
Yeah, I do have my hat, which can be a focus. But let's say he murdered someone.
Yeah.
That's the more exciting option, yeah.
Anyway, let's see how many demons I summon. Oh God, throwing my dice everywhere. I'm just hoping to distract them, really.
Hey, if you roll low, roll again.
True.
That doesn't work that way, but it could. One.
Okay. 3. So I have 4 demons of a challenge rating 1/2 or lower.
Okay.
And it does say the DM can choose the demons, or if you want me to do that, because you have a lot to keep track of, I can also do that.
Let me hit it up real quick.
It says the demons are hostile to all creatures, including you, but I'm hoping they just make like a little battle royale amongst themselves.
Including you?
Yeah. It's okay.
Is
All
it?
right. 1/2 or lower.
Yes, I do.
Let's try and give you the 1/2 here.
Then I don't know. Want to know what your worst is?
Worst was to make myself invisible and try to hide in a bank of snow against a bunch of wolves that can smell me.
You don't want 3 cacklers. Let me see if I can do any better.
I think that's the.
No, because then my party will hear the death from far away.
Here we go. All right. This seems appropriate. You are going to summon 3 abyssal chickens.
God.
3
Abyssal chicken!
4.
It's like in a chicken, but abyssal.
4 abyssal
4?
chickens.
4 abyssal chickens. Okay. I'm going to put them on the same initiative like I did the smaller wolves. So roll initiative. It is at +2.
Somebody else please look up abyssal chicken so I don't have to be the only one that just saw these images.
Alright, I'm looking it up.
Got an 11.
And 11.
Oh god,
Okay.
those are the wings!
If you want to call them wings.
This is just think about the hilarity though of you rolling up, like all of you rolling up to this situation and looking down, and this is it.
Yeah, we're not gonna know that you summoned that in a million years.
All right. Discord may clip this, but maybe Twitch won't. But you hear all of you up on the ledge who have recently heard wolves howling suddenly hear.
You cut out.
I'm
Sound
sure I
didn't
did.
come through.
I think it has to come through on Twitch, though. As 4 monstrously ugly little faceless mouths on legs appear around Luka.
Do you think when they fly, their wings?
Yeah,
I,
like a
it says they specifically have a attribute called Bad Flyer.
cool.
Well, I mean, chickens don't really fly that much to begin with. They more just kind of flutter.
Yep, pretty
I love
much.
this for me.
Either way, I don't
Okay.
like that.
Daniel.
Can I, as a bonus action, send a message again just to see if they're within range yet? Just saying, like, things aren't great. And then he's gonna use his movement to, like, back up as far as he can.
You can do that. So, I don't think message is a bonus action, and you already cast a spell
No,
this
it's not.
turn. But you
No,
can
it's
run
not
back.
an action.
But I will go ahead and give you a hand. They're not in range anyway.
Okay. Cool.
All right. They are going
He backs
above
up.
you in the initiative order, so they don't get to act quite yet. The largest of the wolves will pounce at the nearest thing, which is now an abyssal chicken. And it springs out, and you are a not particularly tall humanoid, but you are upright. You are bipedal. This wolf is pretty much eye level with you. And as it springs into your visual range, you realize it is gaunt. This thing is probably literally starving.
Oh.
But it springs up and is about to tear the mess out of an abyssal chicken. So let's see how this goes. Abyssal chicken has... I'm going to let you keep track of this, if you would. You have 4 abyssal chickens. They all have 10 hit points.
Oh, cool.
And they all have 13 armor class.
Okay.
And when and if they get turns, I will tell you how to attack with them. Let me pull up my alpha real quick. There we go.
What a great decision.
That is not a hit for its attack. It's a shame it doesn't have any friends around. So it leaps up, and this abyssal chicken just kind of pops into the air and kicks it on the snout and springs away and gets ready for round 2.
Makes the meaty slapping noises of its wings.
It is.
So gross.
It is now the other wolves' turns. They are going to rush up, and you see the other wolves, while more traditionally sized, are pretty much in the same state of being. They are gaunt, their ribs are showing through their fur, and they are ready to eat more chicken.
I'm so conflicted here. I feel so bad. But
let's see. The first one is going to take a bite out of chicken number 1. Let's see if it is going to matter. It might have a strength saving throw in its future, or it could be dead. Nope. Make a strength saving throw for an abyssal chicken. Your modifier is a -2. 13. You will succeed. It doesn't get dragged to the ground, this chicken, but it does take 4 points of damage from the first wolf. Second wolf will also hit.
Same chicken.
Same chicken, and it's going to go down. It is going to kill this chicken, and immediately starts dragging it by what little of a throat this chicken has away and into the snow. So you're marking off 1 chicken, and I'm marking off 1 wolf.
It's okay. They're doing. This is why I brought them.
good for it, honestly.
So
Another wolf. Going to hit second chicken. It's going to take 6 points of damage. Make a strength saving throw.
12.
Still fine. You notice as these wolves are going for these chickens, they are desperate. They are starving. They are risking it all. They are risking it for the biscuit. They are attacking not just in their pack tactic sort of strategic way that predators go, but they're leaving themselves open. You think, and you will soon be able to mechanically take advantage of this, the smaller wolves are all attacking with advantage, and all attacks made against them also have advantage because they are that ravenous right now.
Oh.
All right, final wolf is going to be a hit on chicken number 2 for another 6 damage. I think that takes that chicken out.
Yeah, we got 2 chickens left.
Okay, that is all of the bad stuff. We are all the way up to the top of the initiative order. Druna, you don't see any of this happening, but you can hear kind of echoing off the walls. Even though it is distant, it is loud. There is the loudest bacawing that you've ever heard in your life coming from somewhere ahead and down into the snow. And you can hear wolves howling, gnashing, barking, yipping. What would you like to do? You are still on a ledge trying to keep your footing.
Right. I want to see if I can mimic a wolf call to try to distract them.
I just imagine that's a thing you can do. So, the question is not, can you make a wolf call? The question is, what is how distracting this will be. What the hell kind of skill would I call this? Let's call it animal handling.
Okay.
Yep.
What am I rolling?
Roll a d20, add your animal handling bonus to it. Tell me what you get.
Oy. Oh, and you have guidance, so you can roll a d4. If you want to use it now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Even if you get a 1, it always helps. Makes you feel better.
I gotta get
KFC in hell, Kentucky Fried Cultists.
math.
Kentucky.
15.
My first thought was Kentucky Fried Christ.
Oh dear. Oh my.
I'm just gonna veto that one.
Yeah,
What'd you get, Druna?
I got 15.
15. Okay.
Ooh.
I didn't roll that well.
I'm going to make a throw right now for the alpha, because nobody else cares. Nobody else is frankly smart enough to do what the alpha doesn't tell them to do. So let's see what the alpha thinks of your howl. Click, click. All right, I got a -1, and I want to beat your roll. So here we go. That'd be a 6. So, since you can't, like, communicate with them right now, you are doing little more than providing a distraction. But a distraction you will provide, I will manifest that on the alpha's next turn. That is just your action. You can still move. You can still do bonus actions.
Yeah. Why? Can I try to run to Luka?
Yes, you can move as quickly as you can. Are you just going along the ledge? Yeah?
Yeah, I'll just go along the ledge.
Cool.
Now.
Since you are hurrying, just make me an acrobatics check, please. We are now emphasizing speed over safety.
That is a 9.
A 9. All right.
Yeah.
You, sadly, are going to lose your footing and slip and fall.
Oh my god!
I'm going to give you some options here. Give me just a second. Click, click. All right. You can make your choice. You can make a dexterity saving throw to try and slide down the cliff instead of free falling. You can make an athletics check to try and forcibly slow your descent. You can make an acrobatics check to control your landing and try and reduce the damage. Or make a constitution saving throw just to brace for impact.
Do acrobatics.
Go for it.
16.
16, that is good enough. You are not going to be taking all the damage that might have happened from this fall. So, though you are plummeting quickly and quite a ways, you do land in a snowbank, and you do manage to control your fall down the cliff a little bit. And when you hit the bottom, you have only taken 5 points of damage. Because you succeeded and I rolled shit.
Yay.
You said it's
So-
like 60, 70 feet into the basin, right? Ish. Okay.
Yeah.
That is good to...
To everyone on the ledge, you just see Druna disappear, hurrying towards the sound of combat and vanish. And Druna, you no longer see anyone above you. You hear noise up ahead of you in the crevasse. You are now, after your movement and your fall, you are now in message range, though you don't know it yet.
Okay.
And I think that is a good turn for Druna. You are closer than ever to the fight and on the correct elevation. We are on to Dame.
Okay. So, can I see Luka from where I'm at?
No.
I assumed not, yeah. And Druna just, like, went sliding down the cliff. Can I tell whether or not she is okay?
From where you are, no. It is
Okay.
much easier to see in the crevasse than it is where you are, where there is wind and snow being whipped about.
Okay. Well, I think we're just gonna take our shield off the back and try to, like, slide down on the shield down into the crevasse.
Nice!
I'm going to call that a strength athletics descent.
Heck yeah!
Since you are consciously making this choice instead of reacting to an unfavorable roll, I will give you advantage.
Okay. Maybe I have I don't know if I have climbing gear or something.
I
Let me see what I have that I might be able to use to slow my descent.
I mean, I gotta imagine that's like packed away in a backpack that you'd have to take off and fish out and prepare and properly use.
I might just break a javelin to do it, just like drag it down the cliff face or something.
We'll see how it goes.
All right. Athletics.
And I did say advantage because you are making a conscious effort.
25.
Yeah, no problem. You just give Doc a look. Then slip that thing off your arm and under your feet and start living our SSX3 teenage dreams.
Spread the fresh pow, bro.
You are going to take some damage from your descent, but it is as little damage as I am possibly willing to give a person.
Okay.
You take 2. Man, I rolled
Guarding
bad.
myself with my shield.
Yeah.
So.
That shield is unattractive by the time you make it to the bottom. I will let you know. It's still effective, but it is trashed.
All right.
You are not going to take that to the Shield Maiden's ball anytime soon and expect anyone's head to turn.
Right. Okay.
But
So,
you arrive. You went straight down. You didn't move, but you see 30-ish feet ahead of you is Druna making her way and picking herself up.
Okay. Is this descent action, movement? I assume it's movement.
Yeah, gravity did most of the work. I'll take half your movement from it. And then you still have your action and your bonus action.
Okay. I'll run as far forward as I can and chuck the javelin at a wolf if I can see one.
You cannot see one.
Can't see one. Then I
You
chuck
can
it at
dash
Druna.
again.
No.
I'm really far away. Yeah.
Next
Yeah,
best thing, I
that's
guess.
the good thing about flying is you can. But
I'm
by
not close
by
enough
going
to,
down where the person you're following went down and not returning, there is some distance to cover.
I'll just use my action to dash in my turn.
Fair enough. All right. It is Doc.
Oh,
You're alone on a ledge. Ah, dang! You should have said cowabunga or some shit.
Yeah. When you could say I just went down on my feet on my shield, and I get to the bottom and I stomp so the shield pops up, Captain America style.
Yeah, you got a 25. That's fine. You can do that.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I just saw 2 people I know just go down a ledge.
Last time
I
I
have
saw
no way
2
to
people I know
follow.
go down.
But wait, the pixie dust. No, you don't have that either.
Am I right? We're creating water, ain't we?
Rifle stud, I see that. Thank you, sir.
But, yeah. Doc probably screams a little bit. Yeah, he'll kind of look around for a moment and then look to the ledge that they just cleared. I would like to try to use Create Destroy Water again and take a foot and start sliding down and see if I can't help create some powder snow to help my fall.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Okay.
It's all I've got. Otherwise, I'm just jumping.
So I'm still going to give you the opportunity to choose between the saving dex or con saving throw, athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
But I'm going to reduce the dice I roll for you no matter what you roll.
Okay.
Because you are intentionally making this easier on yourself.
Okay.
Doc
okay.
is frozone now.
He is! Where is
Irish.
the rest of my party?
Irish, I'm giving you inspiration, even though I don't know how you would possibly use it.
Okay, I'll
my
roll
party?
Glitter Boy, and I'll try to use the guidance as well.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
If you would go ahead and roll 4d20, Tyler. Abyssal chickens are about to go, and they get 2 attacks
Oh, I thought
apiece.
you meant me, and I was
Oh.
like, why?
No, I'm just trying to keep things moving. I want to get you guys into the dungeon tonight.
Ooh, okay. Unnatural 20.
Wow! Okay,
you go.
excellent. All right. And that was which skill were you rolling?
Wait, I only need to roll 2. Right?
Acrobatics.
2 of them died.
Yes, and they have multi-attack. They each get 2 attacks.
Oh.
Athletics, acrobatics, dex, con. What did you do?
Athletic or acrobatics.
Okay. So you start kind of rolling down and you're going down on your back, kind of bumping off of ledges and whatnot, but you keep throwing snow and ice in front of yourself, which is freezing instantly somehow in these magically chilly conditions. And you manage to skate down to the bottom, and you take only 5 points of damage.
Ooh, okay. I will take that.
And you land in a snowbank at the bottom, and ahead of you, 30 feet ahead is Druna, a little bit farther than that is Dame, and further than that is the literal hellish screaming of some monsters you can only imagine.
That might as well happen. Yeah.
That's just half your move, and you use your action to soften the blow. You use that to cast the spell, but you have your bonus if you need it.
Well, what can I do with a bonus action? What can I do? Ooh. Not a lot. So I'm just gonna run into the fray and see if I can get an actual idea of what's going on.
Okay. You guys are making your way
Into
as
the
quickly as possible towards the actual fracas, but there is a little bit of a kink in the road ahead that is keeping everything invisible to you. Next round,
Okay.
you will probably all at least be able to see Luka, who is retreating at this moment, if not the rest of the fracas. I'd like the
Okay.
word fracas if that hasn't become clear.
I like brouhaha.
Oh, that is a good one. So, Luka, well, Tyler specifically, depending on who you're attacking, you may have advantage on all of your attacks, so having you roll in advance was not necessarily the best decision. Do you want the Abyssal Chickens, who are not necessarily under your direct control, but I'm not running them, do you want them to attack weak, starving wolves, or go for the literal big dog?
I want one of them to go for the big guy and the other one to go for one of the other starving ones.
Okay, so we're going to go for the starving ones. All 4 of those dice, since you had advantage on them, just tell me the 2 highest numbers you got.
Okay, well, so I kind of rolled in a set because it was for 2, so I rolled, one set was a natural 20 and a 1.
Nice.
And then I got a 12 and an 18.
Okay, you will crit and hit. Let's roll the crit first. Go ahead. An Abyssal Chicken, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's call this the most damaging strike. So roll 2d6 plus 2.
Oh, wow. That was so close to victory. That was 5 and a 1 plus 2, so 7.
7. All right. That wolf is still up after the crit. So
wait, I didn't double that.
Well, the 2d6 is the double, as opposed to 1d6.
Oh, never mind.
But you have the claw attack from the other 2, so you hit as well. I think this is probably going to do it. Roll a d4 plus 2. Actually, I don't think this can fail.
5.
An Abyssal Chicken succeeds in slaying one of the 3 remaining wolves. And then you're going for the big dog. So, this one you don't have advantage to hit. This one eats better than the rest because it's the boss, so it is not as desperate, even though it is quite gaunt. So, roll 2d20. 1 is for your claws, 1 is for your bite. Tell me what you get. You're adding 4 to each of these attacks.
4. The
number that you are hoping to beat is a 15.
Yes. Okay. First one barely misses it, doesn't do it. Second one, though, is a natural 19 on the dice plus 4.
Woohoo.
Nice.
All right.
This is where it counts. The rolls come out during combat.
Let's give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that was the more damaging of the 2. Roll a d6 plus 2.
7.
7. Damn. All right.
Rolled a 5.
you shave some health off of the big dog, and he growls down at this little hell chicken that has popped up in front of him, looking quite tasty and already half cooked, when a howl that sounds suspiciously like Druna comes from behind you somewhere and draws his ears and snout upward. The alpha takes no action this turn, trying to discern the source of whatever is going on. While it is going to be distracted, actually, you come up in initiative before it, Luka. So you are still close enough to see what is going on. You hear that howl. It sounds closer than you remember your friends being, and it sounds lower, too, like they are coming to help you. They sound like they might just be around a bend in the crevasse behind you.
Ooh.
Okay. I am going to check what I have.
Jamie Milner, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the party. We're fighting some
Trying to
wolves.
also check.
It's
We're fighting some wolves with some demons. So
That we are.
Trying to check what is different things. Okay, we'll do that. I'm going to bundle Phoebe up in my cloak, you know, like the little baby that she is.
Mm-hmm.
Little winged baby that she is, and tap my own chest and put mage armor on myself.
Nice.
To get to only 3 to my armor class. Doesn't do a whole lot because, I mean, he's weak.
Do you outclass the monkey now?
No, we're the same. And I'm gonna keep backing up. Like, I want to keep a nice eye on my nice little chickens, you know, like doing their thing, you know.
Mhm,
But I'm gonna
mhm.
back up a little bit to like a safe distance, you know.
Okay.
Distance.
All right. As you back away, you turn around, and Dame has done the most running. Kind of at the extremity of your vision in the snow, you can see Dame charging towards you.
Look like, hey! Like,
The oh god, not again is coming, but right now I'm just concerned and making sure you're okay.
All right, we will get straight.
You know, don't think we're not gonna beat your ass.
We're gonna get straight to that after 2 wolves try and kill some chickens. Wolf number 1, we only get 1 attack, but at least it's an advantage. That is gonna hit a chicken. All right, so whatever you've got for chicken number 3, oh, that's crap, is gonna take 5 points of damage. Wolf number 2 going for chicken number 3. Also hits for 6 points of damage.
that one's down. We got 1 chicken.
All right, 1 chicken, 2 little wolves, and the alpha remain. After that chicken goes down, one of the starving wolves, the one that killed it, grabs it by the neck and starts retreating into the snow. And it is out of initiative with its meal.
Nice.
Now, we are to Druna once again.
Okay, so Druna's in the fight now.
You can't see the fighting part, but ahead of you, you see you see Dame and an outline that might be Luka up in the snow. But you have a lot of range on some things I know you can do, so it's possible that after you... I'm assuming you're going to spin your movement like overtaking Dame. And then you can clearly see Luka, and that there's some kind of a fracas going on ahead of you in the snow. It's indistinct shapes, but that's not a normal chicken, but there are some canine-ish shapes pouncing all over it, and one of them's big.
I didn't run towards Luka.
Yeah.
Like you said I would. And then I'll go ahead and do one of my cantrips, Thunderclap.
Yeah?
Ooh.
And so it says each creature within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage.
Okay, what's the range?
Range is 5 feet.
Okay, so everyone right around you?
I realized it would probably hurt my party members.
Oh
Well,
boy.
if the range is 5 feet, it may not hurt your party members, but it's probably not hurting the guys a little ways away.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and turn you up just a skosh. Dame, you will be up next, so you know.
Yep.
Good night, Irish.
I was gonna do spike growth.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell him good night.
So,
Good night.
So you are going to pick an area, I'm assuming preferably on the other side of Luka, so that Luka doesn't have to run through it, that perhaps wolves or bad things might have to run through to get to the rest of your party, and make it hazardous to one's health.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. That sounds like a great plan, especially for things that can't fly, like wolves. So you do that, and since it's not like blades of grass or things that are in here and it's all dead, just the snow starts to grow little icicles, like little ice stalagmites growing up that sink back under the snow and become relatively invisible to anyone that didn't know that that spell was just cast.
Ah. That's kind of sick.
It says when a creature moves within the area, it takes 1d6 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels.
Yeah, it's fucking bad. There's a
Ow.
there's a D&D
Ow, ow, ow.
show that I watch, put on by the Outside Xbox and Outside Extra YouTube channels and their creators, and they engineered a situation where people would slide on the grease spell and slide over the spike growth. And
Oh my god.
it has been known as Merylwyn, the character's name, Merylwyn's Meat Grinder, because it took out basically
my
a castle full
God.
of guards who would come around a corner, start going down the stairs, get greased, and just slide through. It was bad.
It's like putting people on a cheese grater.
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean, they definitely didn't exactly raw that. They did some rule of cool, but man, did it work. And this is that same spell. So let's see if the wolves are that desperate to take a bite out of Luka's cute little drow behind. Well done. Okay. Druna, you've gotten closer. You've caught up with Dame. Luka is quite close, and there is now spike growth out there in the snow. That I believe the spell spike growth, it is indistinguishable to people who don't know that the spell is there. So it's going to be a bad day to be a wolf. Correct me if I'm wrong. As we go on to Dame's turn.
Okay. I would like to get as close to Luka as possible. How far away are we talking?
You're there.
Okay. I mean, but did it take my action or no?
No.
Okay. How close is the nearest wolf?
You see it, and it is on the other side of what you know to be a spike growth. About 30 feet-ish away, 30, 35, in that realm. Call it 30.
Okay. Then I will... I'm a 5th level paladin now, so I'll double javelin it.
All right, why not? Now, you have fair choice over the big target or the little target. If you choose the little target, you have advantage, because it
Little
is...
target.
Okay.
That means I need a second dice. Oh, and those are both single digits, so I'll go ahead and make my next attack.
Okay.
Those are both double digits, so that's 22.
Definitely.
Nice.
This is not an armor-plated wolf. It is history, I'm sure.
Oh no.
All right, and my javelin does I think it's a D6
Mm-hmm.
plus 3. So 6 damage.
6 damage, all right. You spoil this one's day. It is currently alive, but it is hurting.
Okay. I don't think I have an extra interaction to get my Warhammer out,
hey,
so I'll just stand there with my shield
surely you have inspiration, and we got several people who have bought inspiration just to be on deck for you guys. Why don't you throw that first javelin again?
up. Okay, I'll use a
Ooh.
good die. This
I don't
time.
want to keep track of inspiration that I owe you guys. Let's just go ahead and use it when we need it.
There you go. Still single digits.
Oh, but
Dang.
after bonuses and all, these things don't have a big armor class.
It's a 13.
It's a 12.
Oh, okay. So,
There you
but
go.
it would have taken that inspiration. The other one still would not have hit.
Okay, there we go.
Let's get a different D6. That's a 5.
A 5? That
Mhm.
kills that wolf.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
It goes down with 2 of Dame's javelins in it.
That's
Well
it for
played.
me.
All right. That would take us to Doc. And correct me if I'm wrong, there's still an abyssal chicken out there, yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Singular chicken.
There are two.
Oh, God.
There are 2 living wolves who are trying to exit the fight with their prey. The alpha is the one that remains. The alpha and the chicken. And after you use your movement, which I hope you do, to move towards the rest of the crew, but
Yes.
probably not into the spike growth, then you can see what's going on.
Okay. I'll see that, and I'll kind of, I guess under my breath, whisper like, "Oh, Bhutan," and and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna hold the brooch with one hand, and then I'm going to reach into my pockets and pull out, like a smoothed down, like white quartz, and hold it up. And I'm going to cast Incite Greed.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Thank you.
That one's fun.
Oh, here, wait.
Not enough people take that.
It can look like this.
Oh,
Fun rock.
There we go.
Let's see. Choose a rank. Interesting. You choose any number of creatures that can see you.
Yes.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw, charmed. Who do you choose?
I'm gonna choose the alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other wolves besides the 2 carrying prey?
Oh, your range is 30 feet. Definitely not within 30 feet.
Okay. Then I will Incite Greed on the alpha and the abyssal chicken.
Cool. I will roll for the alpha. You roll for the abyssal chicken, please.
Okay.
Let me find-
Me or Ty?
Ty. Ty's
Okay.
I will.
Ty
It's about to be
brought
like-
this monstrosity to us.
Oh god.
She's responsible for it. You have a
gosh, oh
mighty
geez.
-1 to your wisdom saving throw.
oh.
Nice.
I get a +1. Okay. What is the DC?
It's a 13.
How'd the chicken do?
9.
All right.
Ah!
Well, I
Nice.
failed 2.
Doo-doo.
Okay.
So, this thing is starving. It doesn't want your stinking rock. It wants the big hunk of chicken in front of it, but I guess it wants your rock.
It's inciting greed. It wants it.
It can do nothing but use its movement to approach in a safe manner. Okay. Cool. Cool. So you move upward, you cast the spell, and you cast it on these 2 creatures.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to do?
I'll shout out to everyone, "Don't touch them." And I'll keep holding up the stone.
Okay.
And I'll be shaking in my tiny little boots. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay. I know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is the Abyssal Chicken's turn.
Mhm.
It is going to approach Doc in a safe manner, per the spell. It's going to start trying to do that by walking, and it is going to hit a 5-foot section of spike growth. So roll whatever you're supposed to roll. A d6, Druna? Is that right? I think that's right.
2d4.
2d4, roll 2d4.
Five.
5 damage on the remaining chicken. As it realizes that walking across this is a terrible idea, it decides to spend the rest of its movement flying towards Doc because it does not have feathers. It has flappy bits of skin. It is gross as it approaches you, but it flaps and lands right at your feet and stops moving, ends its turn, staring greedily at your gem.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be.
This thing with no eyes, all teeth in a beak, with a big slathering tongue that it does not need. Just
Yeah, no, I've been wrist deep in a man's rib cage before, and this is just appalling.
That is the Abyssal Chicken's turn.
That sucks.
It is to Luka's turn.
It's like slimy in between their wings too, so it's extra
Has
wet.
anybody actually like next to me, or am I still just kind of by myself?
You
I'm next to
you have run close enough to be in. You're basically within 10 feet of everyone, and you know that behind you is spike growth, and behind on the other side of that is Alpha Wolf, and quite close to you is a terrifying chicken that you brought into this world.
I wanted to end right next to you, so I'm immediately
Look
adjacent.
at it and cry.
Luka's like literally just standing next to you with like a big smile, and like Phoebe's like wrapped around him, just, like looking terrified. Just, yeah.
Yeah, it's all going according to plan. This is great.
That's fine.
What can I do? What should I do? I will. I will hold a fire bolt, which is just a cantrip. I'll hold that in the event that the greed gets broken.
Okay. Sounds
But
smart.
otherwise he's gonna stay where he is, and he's just gonna excited be like, "Do you see that big flashy thing right there? I brought that here. It's the reason I'm alive right now."
I saved my own skin with this skin.
With some skin. Yeah.
With this nightmare.
This sack of toothy flesh.
Lovely. Okay. It
Ugh.
is the Alpha's turn. The Alpha is also under the mandate to safely approach, but it saw what happened when an Abyssal Chicken walked over that spike growth area and doesn't want to do that. It has no means of safely approaching, so it walks to the edge of the spike growth where the chicken has left some abyssal steaming blood on the snow and just starts pacing back and forth with its eyes locked on Doc's gem.
Oh.
Just kind of stalking on the side, waiting. The episode 1, Qui-Gon and Darth Maul on the other side of that laser wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's just doing that.
Aww. It reminds me of like when they're at a fence, but they're really excited to see you. They just keep going back and forth. Like,
Oh yeah, very similar. Except its head is down, its tail is down, and it's just kind of stalking at the edge of this.
oh God.
Who's meditating? Who sat down to meditate?
All right. I would
Frightening.
like, at this point, all the wolves are dead. Something would have happened, but Doc cast a spell, so it doesn't happen. So the thing that happens instead, so you know how lightning is typically attracted to metallic objects and high objects, and doesn't really strike the lowest object at any given point? Somehow, a bolt of lightning winds its way down between these two enormous mountaintops, all the way down into the bottom of the crevasse, to right in the midst of where you are all standing, which defies all laws of nature. Doesn't take any amount of nature rolls to know that. However, this and it only lasts for a moment, but you could swear this lightning bolt was green? Strikes down in the midst of all of you. I need dexterity saving throws from everyone, including the abyssal chicken. And including Phoebe.
Haha, get Ben, abyssal
If
chicken.
I'm holding Phoebe, does that make any difference? Because I said I was holding her.
That would make it harder to move, but perhaps shield it from damage. Tell you what, I'll just let Phoebe share your fate if you're more comfortable with that. Or you can decide before you roll to give Phoebe her own shot.
Oh, I already rolled, so.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm just gonna use a little bit of guidance that I got for that bad joke. Okay. That definitely stopped it from being really bad. I'll take that.
Hey, as a level
Hey.
5 paladin, are you the
Hey.
kind of paladin that gives everybody around you better saving throws? I don't remember when paladins get that.
Not at 5. I want to say it's like 7.
Okay, sorry. Just get your hopes up.
Might be 7 or 8. That's when things start getting wild.
I hadn't played a paladin in a while.
I got a 12.
A 12, okay. What was that, Druna? I think that was 10. It's kind of hard to hear.
It's a 10.
10? Okay. How'd we do, Doc? I can't hear anybody right now. Anyone else here?
Yeah?
We're here.
What was it?
14.
14. Okay. And Luka,
That's
how'd you do? 18? Cool. All right. If you are Doc
Well,
or
not.
Luka, you get to take half damage. And if you are not, you take the full number I'm about to say. Oh, how did the abyssal chicken do?
Oh, let me check.
It probably doesn't matter, but let's
I bet it's
give it the benefit of the
fried.
doubt.
That's gonna be a crispy chicken.
Rolled a 14. I don't know what I.
It will succeed.
Hey.
It will succeed.
Holy cannoli.
15.
Are you going to sleep?
All right. It is 20 points of lightning damage to anyone that isn't Doc or Luka, and it is 10 points of lightning damage to Doc and Luka.
Ha 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 ha.
As
Ow, wow, wow.
you guys have suspected that there is something magical about this weather, and something magical just happened. A green bolt of lightning tears down from the sky, surpassing everything it should normally be attracted to, and striking down right in your midst. That is one crispy chicken, for very much sure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because it had 5 hit points.
hurt the
so-
hell out of all of you. You all kind of turn your eyes skyward and think, and feel, even down here where you are very much not exposed, you feel a little exposed.
Feel a little almost dead. Is what I feel. Because that's where I'm at.
Oh, no.
You said 20 points?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look up at the sky and feel very not safe. Seeing the sky suddenly feels like a terrible situation to be in.
Wait, Druna, did that down you or close?
No, I'm like, I have 3 HP.
Breathe.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Hi!
fine.
Give me the horn!
Daniel put the best little
cleric
gif.
things.
Daniel put the best little gif in the Twitch chat. Which is quite a mood.
Yeah, feeling that
We are up to Druna.
heavy. More fried baby.
Let me look at my face, see if I got any healing stuff.
I know druids get them. I don't know if you brought them today.
Yeah, I didn't because I was like, we gotta
Oh,
clear.
no.
Need my healing stuff.
That's okay. Only 2 turns till the cleric
no.
comes up.
Is the alpha down?
The alpha's not down. The alpha
No,
is
it's-
at the other side of the spike growth,
It
like...
wants my jewel.
Yep. eyes
really
fixed
bad,
on
but
that.
it can't get to me because of your traps.
So it's away from you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's doing a little pace. 'Cause it just really, really wants its rock.
So Druna's gonna throw her quarterstaff up in the air, spinning it around, and she's gonna cast Call Lightning.
Who?
I told you not to touch them! Oh
Getting the
no.
lightning one way or another.
Cool.
All right, so let's figure out how Call Lightning works.
The lightning giveth and the lightning taketh away.
Yeah.
Doc's gonna kick both your asses.
Dead!
This occurs. I didn't realize you brought this spell with you today. It occurs to you that what just happened to you was like a somehow empowered version of this spell. Someone knows you're here and doesn't like that fact.
They don't like it.
It's secretly the Alpha Wolf. The Alpha Wolf is a druid and can cast Call Lightning.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so for the next 10 minutes, you can just cause lightning to strike wherever the hell you want. In a 60-foot radius, 100 feet directly above you. Yep. Okay, so you're going to cast that on the Alpha?
Yeah.
All right. Dexterity saving throw. Each creature within 5 feet of that point, which is just the one. He rolled a 19, so he's going to take half damage. And you get to roll 3d10. Lord.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
You a strong one. Druna.
That's my favorite spell out of all of them.
Druna of the 3 hit points. Roll your 3d10.
What is a D10 again?
It looks like
Like-
this.
They're the ones that are
Oh, wait.
percentiles too.
Yes,
Yes.
This fun one.
that's the
Yes.
one. Roll 3 a dam.
3 of them. Got it.
Dame will be
Yeah.
next.
Okay, got it.
That is 13.
13, okay. Alright, and it takes half of that because it made it save. Still, though. Alright. Druna does what she says, spins that staff skyward, and a much lower storm cloud begins to gather over her head and releases a... Why not? What color? Your pick. Dealer's choice. I got to pick green. I cannot hear the color, I'm sorry.
Purple.
Purple. A purple
Nice.
bolt of lightning streaks down and almost directly impacts the Alpha Wolf. It barely has time to dodge out of the way, but bits of electricity shattering off of that point magically arc up its fur and carve little dry grooves into the side of its flesh, exposing those ribs. And it leaps away and does a quick roll in the snow just to extinguish itself. It was supposed to get a saving throw at the end of its turn to resist the Incite Greed. I'm going to give it to it now.
No, it ends if me or my companions injure it in
Is
any
that
way.
true? Ooh, okay.
Yup.
Affect your creature may a save throw.
My
Or
poor
until you do
spell
anything harmful to
slot.
it. Okay, yep. So it is.
It's the end of Druna as you know it.
It does that thing. It's the end of Druna as we know, yeah. So, well done. Lightning damage to the Alpha. That is good on ya. Cool. I don't suppose you want to move towards it or anything because there's spikes in between you and it. Spikes growth isn't concentration, is it? Because Call Lightning is.
Yeah. No, spike growth is 10 minutes duration.
Okay, it is concentration though.
Oh, is it? Is it the C that's next to it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you can. So now instead of spikes, you have a thundercloud between the two of you.
Cool.
All right. That will bring us to Dame.
All right, so the spikes are gone, so there's nothing in between the wolf and Luka?
There's nothing between anybody and anything.
Yeah.
Except for a crispy abyssal chicken carcass.
Okay, and a lot of us got hit pretty hard. So, how to do. I like to get ahead of this and not have to react to it. How many more of the little wolves are there?
None that you can see. As soon as an abyssal chicken went down, they grabbed it and started dragging it into the... Well, away from you down the crevasse.
So
and they have disappeared in the snow. Yes.
Okay.
And it is surrounded by the corpses of 2 of its brethren.
Okay. I don't think I can heal enough to make this worth it. So I'm going to run up and I'm going to try to punch it.
Okay. What are you punching
my
with?
Warhammer, which I will produce.
Okie dokie.
Let's try this one and this one.
All right. While the other wolves were basically attacking recklessly, this one was not, so straight rolls.
Okay. So we're going to go for the first attack with the Warhammer. That's a 16.
Yes.
Okay. That's a D8.
Go ahead and roll the other attack if you're going to be trying to hit it. You're not putting it down this turn. Well,
that is the
I
exact
don't
same
think
thing. So that is another 16.
Okay, both hit.
Wow, that sucks. Okay, that's a cumulative 13 damage.
Okay.
I'll probably I should have done like Thunderous Smite or something. That would have been really good to lay that in there along with all the other stuff. But I need to do that before I swing. So
up to you.
See, Thunderous Smite's the one that gives it push 10 feet back and knocked prone. I should have done that on my first hit and had advantage on the second one.
If you pushed it 10 feet back, it would have been hard to reach with your movement.
Yeah. I'm good. I'll just chill there.
Okay. We are to Doc. Well done, Dame. It is almost bloodied.
Roll 1s on damages.
Yeah.
Doc's gonna pocket the stone and just say aloud, "Fuck!" and is going to...
At no one in particular.
Just in general. And
you cast command as you do, and suddenly Druna and Luka's eyes lock across the snowy landscape.
Yup. I mean, I can get command, but
second level.
I've never used it for that.
Oh boy, I have.
My paladin spell lineup, I've never used it for that.
But I'm gonna pick up like the leg of this abyssal chicken, and I'm going to storm past Dame and just start standing between you and this wolf. And I'm just gonna white knuckle clutch that badge. And I'm just gonna stand there.
Okay.
And that's like, I'll at least motion and put an arm back behind Dame, looking pissed as ever. And it's just looking at this alpha wolf. It's definitely taller than him.
Yeah, you are looking slightly up at it.
You bet, baby!
Since you're not using your action for anything else, you have advantage on animal handling checks while wearing the badge.
Yep.
Why don't you throw that
gonna
for
attempt
me?
it. Okay, come on, Frosty boy. Come on.
Ooh.
You know, I'm using my other inspiration. Don't worry about what I rolled. Don't worry about it, because both were single digits, and it makes me mad. So, come on, red boy. Hacked. Okay. 18?
18.
18
Okay.
sounds like a number.
It sounds like a number.
Um,
I got a 18.
I can't
If
do
I remember my French.
I can't do whispers in this format.
You can send it to me in Discord.
Well, if I click away in Discord from this screen, the
Use your
stream
phone,
breaks.
silly.
That seems like a lot of work. So
I just
Luka,
did.
just so you know, Luka, you are incapable of realizing these things because there are people between you and it, and it's a little far away. The Dame, you have a front row seat to this. The wolf is growling up at Dame before you run up, and it looks from Dame to Doc as you run in wielding something, but what you are wielding is basically food. And the light kind of cinematically catches on the brooch that you are wearing. Its eyes dart from the brooch to the leg and then up to your eyes. And
Down to my eye.
well, yes. And something shifts there. There is a recognition in its eyes that belies an amount of intelligence that you wouldn't have credited this creature with possessing. And its ears go from their slicked back position to perking up a little bit, and it takes that paw that was kind of in the position to spring, retreats, and it's kind of like on its back foot now, leaning away instead of coiled to spring.
Okay.
And it is Luka's turn before anything else happens.
How far away are they?
35, 30 feet, something like that. It's just on the other side of what used to be a spike growth.
I will move up my maximum of 15 feet right now.
Yep.
And,
You need a nap.
Yeah, and just kind of look around because he expected somebody was probably going to be missing an arm at this point, and it wasn't going to be the chicken. So he's just kind of looking around. Like at this point, like he knows that like a yelling is coming, so he's kind of like hanging out in the background.
You're like when two little kids, one gets in trouble and the other one's just kind of like watching.
Yeah. That's basically what he's gonna do.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. He's not gonna cast anything this round.
So it is
He'll be ready.
it'll be
Hello,
the
Ori.
alpha's turn. The alpha keeps its eyes locked on Doc's eyes.
Okay.
And takes 3 steps back, and without breaking eye contact, it leans its head over to one of the fallen wolves, bites down on its neck, grabbing it like the other ones grabbed the chickens, and starts dragging the wolf body back into the snow away from you, just keeping an eye on you, making sure that nothing has changed, and is retreating with this morsel into the snow.
Oh.
That'll be an op attack for me.
Go for it.
Your
19.
face.
19 will hit.
Why do I keep rolling ones? 4 damage.
4 damage.
Good, you deserve to roll a 1. What's the matter with you?
All right. If it is not getting away clean, it will lunge at Dame.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it will drop. It will drop its meal and go for the thing that's attacking it.
It needs to hurt.
All right. That will be a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. 17.
17. You are not knocked prone as you take 10 damage.
Okay.
As this thing puts a paw into your chest and starts to kind of rock you back onto that back foot and clamps its jaws down over your pauldron and into your shoulder, rips out a hunk and takes mostly pauldron but a little shoulder with it.
I look at the damage done to my shoulder and the broken apart armor and how it has messed up my furs, and I look at the wolf and I'm like, I'll be replacing this soon.
All right. We are still in initiative then. It is up to Druna.
Another lightning bolt.
Yeah. Now, it is in melee with your friend, so you're dropping this bolt on the far side where hopefully it will catch no one but the wolf. And I will make...
That was my plan.
Yeah. Easy to do. You're a talented druid. Oop. There went one to the floor. Dex save. I'm going to succeed again, I imagine. I got a 17. So roll your 3d10 and I'll take half again.
Killing me with a half.
Oh, you're killing me.
Fine. Alright. Have inspiration?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I know you do.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. A lot better. Uh. 24.
24? All right. The alpha is truly bloodied now. It is closer to being dead than alive. All right. You are safely out of the fray at the moment, just sending lightning bolts down. Are you happy there, Druna, or do you have anything else you wish to do?
If I'm safe out of the fray and am I going to get attacked?
Let's
Maybe I
see.
can back up a little bit more. I'll just back up.
Okay.
For safe measure.
Safe enough. All right. You are as far back as you care to be. In no danger from things that only attack in melee. That'll take us down to Dame.
All right. I don't necessarily want to make everyone else heal me. So I could heal myself. But attacking's more fun. So that's what we'll do.
All right. Go for it.
Let's see. All right. We'll use Thunderous Smite this time.
Yeah.
For my bonus action. Let's roll some dice. Let's try the metal ones again. See how they feel about me at the moment. That's hard to read. Okay, that's a single digit number.
Mm-hmm.
That's a natural 1.
Oof. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the rest of this turn giving myself inspiration, I think.
We have some people who have banked them for you guys if you want to spend one.
Aw.
Okay.
Who went
then
to no one in particular.
Okay, then I'll take a no one in particular and try that again.
Druna, I think
try-
just use yours as well. Druna, you have yours back. Steve, you got one that you're spending now, and we're out of the banked inspos, I think.
That is a 10.
A 10 is not a 15, and a 15 is what you wanted.
Yep. All right. Let me do it for myself. And try one more time, because come on, he got to hit something eventually. That's another natural 1.
Shit.
All right. Well.
Oh
that
my
was a plan.
god!
It was a thought.
It is,
Lord!
you were not supposed to hit this thing this turn, apparently. But,
Dude,
That's not.
put that thing in jail.
hey, Nailed It just bought another one for whoever needs it. It sounds like you need it.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
please
I've
roll
already
another single digit. I want to see that
I
so
already
bad.
used 2 this turn, so I don't think I can use any more.
I mean, we're bending the rules at this point. Otherwise, your Thunderous Smite's just going to reverberate on that Warhammer for another turn.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do that.
Okay, well, take the inspo anyway, and just
All right.
you don't have to use it if you don't want to.
I'll log it.
All right. After Dame is Doc. You feel like you almost had a moment there.
Yup.
Sorry about your moment. Things attacked Luka. Things need to die now.
Do not know where to begin.
This poor thing didn't even get a chance to bite Luka.
true.
Not that you would know
True,
that.
none of them-
It's
That
a, you
chicken
know,
plan
it's
worked
subordinates. You know,
flawlessly.
you got to take some responsibility for your underlings.
Oh, as a manager, I hate doing that.
I would like to pass by, like, out away from the fray.
Okay.
And I would like to go over to the other dead wolf, and I'm going to attempt to use a Cure Wounds on it.
Okay. It is dead. It is not dying. It is dead.
Ah, man, okay.
I like the thought a lot. By the way, hey, nailed it. Looking forward to tomorrow, buddy.
Okay, instead, I will go over to the dead wolf anyway, kneel down by it, and I am going to throw a darkness into the middle of all of my companions and that wolf.
Okay.
And I'm going to yell out, "I said stop!" And the darkness is just going to leech out over everybody.
Oh, now that is some Twilight Cleric shit that I like. That is some good shit right there. Okay.
Thank you.
No saves, no nothing. Just everybody who is in that area, which is everybody but Druna, because Druna backed off. Nobody sees nothing anymore.
How big is the range? Because I was like, they were like 35 feet away from me.
Oh,
and I
you
can only
did. You did
15.
move back. I'm sorry. You're out of it as well. You
No,
just.
I didn't move. I didn't move back. I just can't move far.
It is a. What is it? A 15,
It is a-
20?
It is
radius?
a 15-foot radius, so it should
Okay.
be 6 by 6.
Yeah. So there's a 30-foot wide bubble of black in the middle of this cavern, which is it spans the breadth of the cavern, of the crevasse, rather.
Cool. And
You
that's...
did. I will note you did leave this thing's threatened area without getting attacked.
Oh.
You charmed person.
Oh. I'm honored, ma'am. I'll have also taken the leg of that chicken still, and I'd have tossed it out over into the snow.
Done.
And
Easy.
that's just gonna be my turn.
Cool.
That's all I want to do.
All right. Next up is the turn of the dead abyssal chickens. So nothing there. Then to Luka. Luka, you can see Doc. You are barely outside of this wall of black that is in front of you. Druna's behind you, and Dame and an enormous wolf are somewhere in the inky dark.
First, Luka like turns around and looks at Druna with this look of like, "Oh crap, Dad's mad." Second, though, question.
Druna,
You're getting the belt.
Yeah. Question though, because Phoebe shared my role for the lightning. Did I just absorb all of it, or did she take it too?
I'm not going to do that. You succeeded. You're okay.
Okay, well, I'm asking because she had 3 hit points.
Yeah. Well, you tanked it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Took it for my little champion. I am actually going to use my turn. Should have done this sooner. To start, like, investigating around for any, like, hidden doors and crap like that.
Nice.
Okay. You want to call this? Sure, you can roll investigation.
Okay. What are you? Ooh! Oh, god damn. That's 26. Because I have a
Woo!
+7.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
The heck? When did I get this mark? Anyway.
So, half of the scene that I could be telling you about is bathed in black right now. But that's a really high roll. So you look around, and again, snow is not really falling as hard down here. It's just kind of working its way down, whatever can make it through the winds above. So this scene is much better preserved than what was above you. it is clear to you from where you are that whoever came down the mountainside, this person that you are following, came down around here and started making their way farther into the crevasse. It is also clear that wolves that approached you also approached this person. There is no sign of bloodshed in the area. And they continued forward. There are no secret doors per se around where you are standing. However, you've been a little bit farther into the crevasse than this, and you have been looking around, and you are perceptive, and you are using your memory to recall what you have seen. There are inlets, caves, and little shelters where the wolves or perhaps other creatures could potentially take cover. I hope that is good enough for a 20 whatever you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run off to one of the caves. No, I'm kidding. I stay where I am.
Okay. I will also say, with that intelligence check, your sensitivity to magic and the fact that you guys have all been kind of paying attention to this stuff, those, the clouds overhead, way up above you through all the snow, are still looking kind of green.
That mean it gonna happen again.
Well, you better not.
We'll call that Luka.
Yeah.
It is the Alpha's turn.
Ah.
No one has eyes on the Alpha right now, so it does a thing. And that will take us to Druna's turn.
So Druna's gonna call a lightning bolt again.
Okay. Let's see. Are you just doing it in the middle of the darkness?
You know what? You have a point there.
Touche.
Love that.
I'm cool with that, if you are.
He didn't say you couldn't.
If I have a herbalism kit, would I be able to heal myself?
Typically speaking, that is a different kit. I would, spells are better at that, resting is better at that. I could let you heal yourself a little bit with a herbalism kit. It might not be very much, but I'll give you a shot.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll. So herbalism kit is a tool with which you are proficient. So your proficiency bonus right now is a 2. Add your wisdom modifier. What is that? Probably a 3.
Yep.
Okay. Roll a d20 and add 5. And for every 5 you roll, you get a hit point back.
Ooh. Hey.
I didn't hear the number. I'm sorry.
I got 5, and then I added 5, so 10.
10. So you get 2 hit points back as you grab, just
Hey,
pulling
nice.
stuff out of your pouch and jamming it into the like chipmunking it in the side and chewing it like it's some tobacco. And you get a couple of hit points back as you fumble through, just based on knowing what's good for you.
Nice.
I hear Popeye's music playing.
Right.
Adorable.
You can do a little more if you want. You can even hold your action in case you want to lightning bolt something that appears soon.
You keep hinting at that, talking about something that's flying.
I mean, you're concentrating on a spell.
No reason.
I will hold it, because you're scaring me.
I'm doing my job.
You don't know.
Hearing little girls isn't your job.
No, it's my passion. Okay. That is Druna, Dawn to Dame.
Okay. I am going to walk in the direction that I last saw the wolf go, or the direction opposite me towards the wolf. 30 feet.
Okay. You find yourself outside of the darkness. And when you get to that point, you see down the crevasse, a wall of blackness behind you. Don't see any of your friends. The alpha has put its back to you and is pell-melling up the crevasse away.
Okay. Yeah, it's if it's dashing, it's probably out of what? How far away would it be?
It can move a little faster than you. After your 30 feet of movement, it is still 50 away.
Yeah, that's not good range for anything. So I will take out my healer's kit and heal myself some. And that'll be it for my turn.
Cool. All right. You have that feat, right?
Yeah.
Noise.
Yep. I will
Yeah.
leave
my
it to
Thunderous
you.
Might is just gonna go to waste. I'll roll some dice, but that's it for my turn.
Roger that. If you're not doing anything, no one else can see anything, I'm going to call that out of initiative for us. Because I want to get you guys a little further before we call it for the night, and we're already around our quitting time. So, with the darkness behind you and hearing the sounds of things and the rumble of thunder from Druna's still existing thundercloud, and with a glowing green thunderstorm above your heads, far, far above the mountaintops, Dame watches as this large wolf runs to the extremity of your vision, turns and looks back for a moment at you, and then runs farther in and farther away. And you are free to move about the cabin. Do as you wish. Roleplay time.
Okay.
I will say, as far as you have gone, you have now gone farther down this crevasse than anyone has been. This canyon in the mountainside, Dame, and you see that point of light now, and you see that green thing, that green column of light piercing into the heavens, into that green thunderstorm far ahead. And you are close enough now to see an edifice, a crumbling facade of some bleak structure ahead of you, almost smote against the mountainside, a crumbling derelict of a palace. And from a single tower, which is only slightly askew, is the source of that orange light and the origin point of that green column of light, leading up into a crackling cloud high above you.
Well, that doesn't seem quite natural. I wander back into the darkness in the direction of my den.
Okay. Shortly, you are all gathered on the opposite side of the inky black.
I'm still next to the wolf. I'm not going over there.
The dead one? Yeah.
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 But eventually I will dissipate the darkness.
Yeah. And now you
But
are
I'm
all
still sitting over there, dog.
with the dog.
Indeed.
All right. You are all collected.
Well, that was more adventurous than I expected. Luka, next time you're going to go fly off and provoke the wildlife, maybe give us a heads up.
Oh, but my plan worked perfectly. I summoned up those chickens and they went for the chickens.
I'm not disputing that fact. It seems like it would have gone pretty well, all things considered, were it not for that environmental factor.
But I bet Druna thinks it's cool, right, Druna? It's cool, right? The chickens.
That was the coolest lightning bolt I've ever called down. So honestly, I'm just sad that you can't appreciate my hard work.
No, we can. Honestly, it's like you used that lightning to great effect, and something else did as well. I think whatever this is, it's coming from back there.
What's back there?
You mean the green thingy?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get close to it, but I saw it.
All of that business. I'm gonna go around and I will anyone who's injured, I'll use my healer's kit on them as well.
Okay, easily done.
That's-
Let everybody know what they get.
So that'll be 3 of you then.
Yeah, definitely need some of that.
No, you're
Because
good.
Doc's not gonna take it.
Knock's not gonna take it.
No.
Huh.
He's healing himself.
Okay.
We're not gonna take it.
That is
No, you're gonna take it.
11 plus 4. That's no. 3 8 plus
Math, people.
yeah. It's 12. 12 for each of you.
12 to Druna, 12 to Luka as Dame walks around patching you up. Just rub a little snow in it. Avoid the yellow snow and the red snow.
You know, yellow snow is the most sterile.
Fair that. Doc, I'm sorry I've upset you. Look, we know. I'm sure that you know that. Look, it's not my strong suit. I'm just here to make sure that everyone is taken care of. But sometimes I get a little preoccupied, a little.
Bloodthirsty.
I was going to say concerned with retribution.
I would call that pride. And that doesn't go just for you. And he's gonna glance over to Luka and Druna. And you
If
too.
I were to
Druna whispers.
if I were to give a name to my flaws, yes, I believe that would sum it up.
Druna whispers to Luka and says, I think they're talking about it.
I think so too.
Mom and Dad are fighting. You wanna go play Xbox?
Want to just go to the green light alone? Like,
Yeah, I'll follow you.
you just start sneaking away.
Druna. Druna and Luka, roll d20s for me.
You see this shit?
I do see this shit. They look like Dame and Doc right now.
I was gonna say which one's Doc, which one's Dave.
Are they fighting or flirting? I don't get it.
Dibs on the one that's winning. The one that's on top. Yeah,
You mean the bigger one?
Is it
Yeah.
just a straight roll?
that one.
Not if
Are they
Um,
just
I'm-
chilling, or are they still fighting? Nope, they're fighting.
Oh yeah, they're going for it.
I'm adding things to it. Just let me know what you roll.
Amazing.
it's funny.
Yes, a d20. What'd you get, Ty?
13.
Cool.
Well,
12.
Cool.
It is in both of your estimation, aware as you are of the circumstances, and seeing what happened a little bit ago, and thinking back to the bolt of lightning that startled Luka into falling in the first place, that was a similar situation. That, even though you weren't looking at it at the time, was also possibly from the same source, also maybe targeting y'all, but a small overhang may have protected you from death from above. You think that a bolt of lightning is probably coming down from the clouds above with certain regularity, and it seems to favor wherever you guys are at the moment. Something needs to be between you and the clouds before it finishes charging again.
okay. We're in a cave though.
You're in the middle of a crevasse. You are in a canyon with nothing over your head. On the list of things that you could considerably do, there is probably some kind of shelter around here. The wolves have to come from somewhere. There might be wolves where you try to go. Somebody took spells very recently that are perfect for this kind of thing. Or
Yes, he did.
there is some manner of shelter at the end of this crevasse.
That That is a good point. So do we keep walking or do we find a cave? Well, instead of walking, maybe we run, but yes.
I was about to say maybe we should just book it.
Yeah. Because it
We're having
can't.
this conversation to ourselves while they're arguing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know that anime stare where there's like sparks in between the two parties? I'm sensing that. The air is charged in more ways than one right now. It's electric. Boogie woogie woogie.
Baby, you're like lightning in a bottle, and also in a druid's cloud.
I feel like y'all are thinking this is a two-way adversarial thing. Dame is not.
No, I know.
upset.
I know. I'm sorry.
She's just also not apologizing for exacting vengeance upon things.
No. Yes, I believe I understand this. Dame is
An argument.
Dame didn't mean to upset Doc, but Dame doesn't regret what she did.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, pride is the nail on the head for Dame. She takes pride in her den and in their reputation and and in her ability to protect them. So, it's maybe to the point of like if she thinks they've got the fight, then maybe not stopping. Even if granted the opportunity.
All right. So go ahead, Druna.
So Druna kind of looks at the rest of the party and she's like, "Hey guys, so the clouds are still up there, and I really feel like it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna come down again. So maybe we should just like not stand here anymore and probably run."
Should we maybe like hug the wall just in case?
Should we maybe like hug?
We're gonna leave it at that.
Your counseling moment.
Just-
Kids are asked goodbye.
Just all be
Dame and
close
Doc just
together.
feel like-
We can die in each other's arms.
It's so sad.
Oh God.
Sorry to interrupt. I just.
Hey,
You know what? I know there's lightning about to drop on us, but let's see if we can't work out our issues.
That is a good suggestion. Hugging the wall as you go. So I just want to know: are we seeking magical shelter, natural shelter, or unnatural shelter?
Magical shelter?
I don't know if any of us have stuff that moves with us.
Not that moves with you. No.
Not that moves with you, but
Pointing at you.
I'm gonna put little old lady back real quick.
I do.
But is that what we're doing? That is what Rob cares about. Is not the possibilities. It is the choice.
Is it like full protection? Like
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Depending on what it is, could be pretty good.
I mean, we know. We done did know.
Yeah, Doc will kind of stand there for a moment and just pick your place, and then give me 10 minutes of peace and quiet, and I can solve this problem.
I think everyone's going to be willing to give Doc his space.
All right.
It's so hard playing an Anki boy.
Do we have 10 minutes?
That's the question, because it's about to go down.
It did say find a place.
Okay.
Like just somewhere
So
close by with slight cover.
I
Let's-
think we should just run for it.
it's up to y'all. If all you're looking for is slight cover, you could probably find it, or you can follow Luka's suggestion.
I think maybe if we can find some sort of natural cover, I mean, then we can get the good cover.
I mean, we could hug the side of the wall. We could also stand under a tree, but that might not be that effective.
Yeah.
DM just says, "Yeah."
Yeah, I'm just letting sand fall in a timer in my head.
Oh, here's another idea because the snow's really thick. What if we just like buried ourselves for a couple of minutes? Maybe they can't see us.
No.
I think I'll look for natural cover while we continue to try to find a more permanent option. Or maybe a less permanent option. I don't know, a better option.
Okay. As you go ahead, you head in the direction down the crevasse of the ruin. And as you do so, there is a shelf, like a stone overhang, as well as a cave. The entrance to the cave is very low, it's very small. You could get in it if you wanted to and be completely covered. Or you could go under this stone overhang and you'd be accessible from every direction but up.
I mean, stone overhang sounds like a good place to start.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if we want to further that by adding magical protection, that sounds like a good idea.
All right.
Is it a ritual cast?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, then we might as well.
If you take that long for it, you can cast it quicker without a ritual.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, casting time is a minute.
Yeah.
Oopsie. Forgot that's not my long ritual. Oops.
So you can cast it in a minute with a spell slot, or within 11 with no spell slot.
No, this is more dire. I'll spend a spell slot to do it.
Okay.
It'll probably be fine. We just don't know.
So you guys make your way to the overhang, and you huddle together. Doc casts a spell, and immediately the cold of the outside goes away. It is as warm and dry as Doc wishes it to be in here. It is lit about halfway, because Twilight Clerics. Also Drow. I'm imagining a smooth purple dome, opaque from the outside, but from the inside, just a mock starry night skyscape above you as you all kind of huddle around one another. You
like
can
a
see
purple cellophane kind of thing.
Yeah. You can see out, but it is impossible to see in. Everybody but Doc can come and go from this space if they wanted to. Why would you want to? But you could. Doc has to remain within. And minutes after you all get into this place, you start kind of licking your wounds and wringing moisture and blood out of different bits of clothing. You hear the clap of another crack of thunder as a lightning bolt strikes somewhere nearby. And bits of the rocky overhang that is above you crumble and fall, shattering heavily over the top of the tiny hut that has been cast around all of you. Harmless to you, but covering the top of the dome in rubble and snow. It is a good thing you are protected. You guys will have the opportunity to rest in here. You can remain in this space for hours at a time.
Mm-hmm.
I am assuming that you do, because Druna got pretty low there.
Yes.
That's a quick yes.
Yep.
I like my character. I don't want to lose her.
We'll go at it was tough. So, as you guys settle in to meditate and rest with complete confidence and safety, with some things as yet unspoken, perhaps, between all of you, feeling some tension
You know there are.
for the first time in this journey. And as more green lightning bolts strike areas around the dome, and the dome, harmless to the rest of you as the storm continues to roil above, that column of green light, just a thread connecting that tower to the sky, over time becomes brighter and wider. And Dane, for a moment, as you stare up at the sky, wondering what should be said to Doc, what Doc really wants or needs to hear to mend this rift that is between you at the moment. You could swear you see a shape in the clouds, not one face, but 3. Immense and hideous visages staring down at the 4 drow in the little hut. One of the mouths opens, but for a second, as another green bolt of lightning crashes down and strikes harmlessly against the side of the hut in a blinding flash of light, and when your eyes adjust again, the faces have vanished. But you can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Who sees me?
And that's where we'll end for the week.
Woo!
Okay.
Well done, guys. Man,
Now that I'm out of that, I love you guys so much. It's so hard to be angry.
some clutch abyssal cannon fodder there. That was fun.
God, the chickens suck.
that
They're so
worked.
scary.
I really want
I gotta
to
know which wizard of the coast thought that was okay. That they could design that. Who approved that?
Dame's gonna need some steak to go with all this salt.
Thank you,
you
Existential Nerd. Appreciate the compliment. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you stuck around this long.
Yay!
Thank you.
I really want to talk to my players about what ifs. So I think we're gonna
ifs?
wrap this ending up a little quickly. Reminders of things that were brought up at the front of the episode if you didn't quite make it when we were talking before we started playing. There is Elden Ring tomorrow at 4 p.m. I'm streaming it some more, continuing to make progress in the world.
There's always Elden Ring.
There will be Elden Ring. Whether it is on this stream or not, there will be Elden Ring.
It is perpetual and eternal.
That will be followed by a one-shot, not run by me, but by Nailed It, who is in the chat, featuring some never-before-seen Misty Mountain Gaming adventurers on the channel, playing some D&D for your pleasure. That will kick off at 7 Central, the same time the D&D stream started tonight. Be sure to tune in for that. I will be in the chat with all of you, chatting about goodness knows what is going to be getting up at that point. Hell yeah, says Nailed It, resubscribing. Thank you, buddy. 4-month streak. That is about as many months as we've been live. Thank you for sticking through the whole process. The following night, Rifle Stud, who is also in the chat right now, will be running his first D&D session ever. Live on Twitch for your entertainment, featuring Tyler and myself, as well as Mademoiselle, another of the faces that's been on this channel before. Very, very accomplished and very wonderful player, as well as the people that I have on screen right now. Elden Ring will continue after that, going on into the week. But I'm particularly excited for those 2 happenstances. Tyler will be on Wasteland Girls' channel on Friday. If you want to make sure that you don't miss that, there's not going to be a notification here. I'm going to try and host or raid. But I will be live for some of that. I'm going to real quick. I think that was the command I had set up. Maybe not. Might have to put in Wasteland. There we go. That is Misfits channel, Wasteland Girls channel. Give her a follow so that you'll know when Tyler is over there on Friday. You will get the go live notification if you do. Did I leave anything out, you guys?
More of this next week. Same time, same bad time, same bad channel.
Yes, we are drawing ever closer to having a guest on the stream. And I'm really excited for that. This space below me here that is empty on the screen will have a face there. A face in that space very soon. We just have to get a little further into the story. So hurry, you guys. Let's go.
Face problem.
Please.
I don't know where I'm going to put the new follower or subscriber alerts. I guess I'll put them over my face just to be considerate. And all the real estate is taken up. Anyhow, I've got more Elden runes to find and some what ifs to go over with all of you guys. So, until next
And
week.
a funeral to hold for the Queen of the Moon.
Yeah, also that. Thank you guys for joining us again. We look forward to seeing you next week for more of this adventure and sooner for some other adventures. Until then, farewell and Godspeed, friends and adventurers. Have a good night.
Bye. Kitty, say bye.
They're not fighting now.